We are back, baby. Browns football. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Browns, Cowboys, America's game of the week. The wait is over. Let's go, Browns. Let's go, Browns. Let's go, Browns, baby. Sorry for the delayed start. Jeremy Stallman, the Super Chats are flowing in. Producer Reed literally cannot keep up with them. We're going to catch up, though, on all of your Super Chats. Let's go, Brownies, baby. Browns, Cowboys about to kick off. We got two rookies starting for the Dallas Cowboys on the offensive line. Myles Garrett was in the Muni lot before the game today. How can you not be excited? Who you got? Browns, Cowboys. 200 people tuned in already. Let me see a CLEs in there. A sea of CLEs in the chat. Let's go, Brownies, baby. We'll catch up on all these Super Chats. Don't worry, guys. Reed's going to do his absolute best. But we are ready for kickoff. It will be the Browns defense on the field first, and Deshaun Watson will wait a little bit. Dak Prescott, a very rich man today, signed the biggest contract in NFL history. 4 years, $240 million. That's an average of $60 million a season, with $231 million guaranteed, $1 million more than Deshaun Watson, a new NFL record. The dog pound is barking. Hopkins kicks it off, and we are live from Cleveland. Return across the 20. Tackled at the 34-yard line. Jeremy Stallman, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to stand tall, be loud, and let everyone know we are for real. So get up, start screaming so everyone knows we are for real. 95, hope I win. Let's go, Browns. Send Jerry home. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. 1st and 10 for Dak Prescott at his own 32-yard line. Cleveland Browns football is back, folks. It's a run to the right side for Elliott. He hurdles Ward, but a flag comes in at the end of the play. I think this will be a holding on the offense. I'm not going to lie, did not think Ezekiel Elliott could jump that high anymore. Indeed, it is a hold on the Cowboys, so that will wipe away about a 2-yard gain probably. So 1st and 20. Looks like Jalen Tolbert, the third-year man out of South Alabama. Shout out to my NCAA Dynasty team. Gets a hold called on him. 1st and 20. They're backed up to their own 22 now. Dak in the gun. 1st and long. Prescott puts a man in motion. Takes the snap. Play fake. Pressure coming. Down he goes! Right up the middle, baby! Dalvin Tomlinson! Yes! Reed, pop quiz. What is the worst place to get pressure from? Right up the middle! You're staring down the barrel of your own death. Let's go! 1st and 20 turn into 2nd and 27. At their own 16 now. Dak in the gun. Snap to Prescott. Quick throw outside. Caught CeeDee Lamb. He spins around a little bit, and he gets about 9 yards. 3rd and 19, 3rd and 20-ish awaiting us. Not going to lie, from a personal level, competing with Tom Brady today is not easy.
Yeah, that's going to be tough.
I kind of wish I was able just to sit down and sink in with Tom. I'll have to do that in the rewatch. 3rd and 19. Spam those threes. Let's go. Let's go. 3rd and 19. They run it to the left side, and Zeke's going to get about 10 yards. 4th and 9 coming up, and the Cowboys will punt. They go 3 and out. Stop me if you've heard this before, but the Browns defense forces a 3 and out at home. 4th and 11. That's what I'm talking about. Pat Anger on to punt. As soon as you feel like you're all caught up on the Super Chats, just let me know. I know you got a lot of them. Jalen Darden will be on the receiving end of a Pat Anger punt. And the return across the 30, 40, 45, 50. Taken down to the Cowboys 45. Jalen Darden just elevated to the active 53-man roster. Man, that's got to feel good for him. Right? The Browns said, hey, we got an open roster spot. We're going to look over the 16 guys in our practice squad, and we're going to pick you. And right there, he showed them why they made a good decision. About a 20, 25-yard punt return, and here comes Deshaun Watson. Here we go. We'll get to all of your Super Chats at the next commercial. Watson, 1st and 10 at the Cowboys 46, under center. Have not seen him since November 10th of 2023. His first play is a handoff right side. Jerome Ford sprints through a gap and falls for a gain of 4. 2nd down. Deshaun Watson.
Hey, Petey, guess what?
What's that?
Browns football is back, baby.
Browns football is indeed back. Sub for Dubs 2. Help us reach our next milestone, 36,000 subscribers. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. It's a pass. Right side. Caught. Amari Cooper, 1st down. Man, that was one of those passes where it's like, this will either be a pick 6 or a great play. I've got my Amari Cooper jersey on. This is his first time playing Dallas since being traded, by the way. So Watson with a nice throw to Cooper, and it's 1st and 10 Cleveland. They're at the Cowboys 37. Snap to Watson. RPO, throw to Njoku is not going anywhere. No gain on the play. 440 people tuned in, only 67 likes. We can do better than that. Like the video if you have not already. Ray, James Harper, Jeremy, Miami Mac, don't worry, I see all your Super Chats. Next commercial, we're going to round them all up. Don't worry, everyone. Flag on the play. An eligible man downfield by the Browns. That's the price of doing business in the RPO game. Penalty was declined. Repeat or 2nd down. James Hudson, who is starting at left tackle, by the way. I should have opened up with that. You've got James Hudson at left tackle and DeJuan Jones at right tackle. So no Jed Wills, he's out, and Jack Conklin, who's questionable, is not in. Watson in the gun. 2nd and 10 from the Dallas 40. Blitz coming. Watson, quick throw. It's incomplete. Looking for Judy, man. There was contact, it looked like, before that pass was caught. I bet it wasn't train my thought. I know, that's how bad it is. It wasn't even Judy, it was Cooper. I'm really all over the place right now. This is pass interference. Like, that's PI. The guy is hugging the receiver before the ball even hits his chest. That is just a miscall. That is PI every single day. 2nd and 15. Empty set, Watson in the gun. At the Dallas 40. Watson finding Njoku on the left side. He slips. He only gets about 4 yards. He had a defender in front of him. Unless he broke that tackle, he was probably not going much further. So 3rd and 11 coming up. They're kind of right on that fringe field goal range. If they don't gain another yard, it would be a 53, 54-yarder from here. Third and 10. In shotgun again for Watson. Let's see if they want to run it, try and make it easier on Hopkins, or go for all 10 yards. It's a pass. Watson flushed out of the pocket. He's going to tuck it and run. Watson will get about 8 yards on 3rd and 10. That'll bring up 4th and 2, maybe 4th and 3. Uses his legs that play, and a good job too, but now do the Browns want to go for it or kick about a 47-yard field goal? They're going to keep the offense on the field. Everyone shut up. 4th and 2. 4th and 2. From the Cowboys' 27-yard line. Empty set, Watson in the gun. Oh, damn it, DeJuan Jones. Either him or Micah Parsons went offsides or false start. False start, yeah. DeJuan Jones jumped. I didn't think it was offsides. So now you're going to send Hopkins out there. It's 100% offside. False start on DeJuan Jones. Are they keeping the offense on the field? Man, every single time you see DeJuan Jones, you forget how big he is. 4th and 7. Offense is still on the field. They are at the Dallas 33-yard line. It would be a 50-yarder from here. I don't get this at all.
Hard count.
I think it's a hard count. Watson trying to get them to jump. See, I don't agree with this, though. I don't agree with this because now you're burning timeout, right? So let's go through the pros and cons. They jump off sides.
Yep.
You're at 4th and 2.
Yeah.
You still don't have the first down.
No.
And you're back to going for it on 4th down.
So
Cons.
is your kicker not good enough to
make a 50?
Make a 50 rather than a 45? Like,
yeah.
I get like getting closer, but
I don't
a
agree.
50-yard compared to a 45 when you're doing all this, when possibly somebody jumps off sides,
right?
And you
just
lose
to get
5 yards.
Losing
5 yards is way worse than gaining 5 yards, or like is worse than trying to do it. I don't know.
I would just rather have the extra timeout. All right, now you're down to 2 timeouts. You might want that third one. The risk reward just didn't make sense to me. 51-yarder for Dustin Hopkins from the right hash. Come on, D-Hop. Hopkins' kick is up. It is good. 8 for 8 from 50-plus last year. He's 1 for 1 this year. Browns are on top first. 3-0 good guys. Let's go. That is what I am talking about, baby. So 3-0 Brownies. Dustin Hopkins. Cash is in. That's what I'm talking about. Now we have a boatload of Super Chats to catch up on, so we're going to get to all of them in just a second here.
So this is
Jeremy Stallman. This is the very first one? Yeah.
Yes, this is the very first one.
Let's go Browns. 28-17. Drum roll, please. Don't be afraid to get your score predictions in. I don't think a 3-0 start dramatically changes anyone's score predictions. So, Jeremy Stallman, thank you for your Super Chat, dude. Then we had another one from Jeremy. Who let the dogs out? Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. And then Ray Bidding. Boom shakalaka. Let's effing go, Browns. Ray, let's go, Browns. Let's go, Browns. Let's go, Browns. Ray. Is Ray already a member of the Brown and Orange Club? Because he might have just been added with that $50 Super Chat. We'll check out that at the end of the Super Chat run here. Ray, thank you so much for your Super Chat. I know how long of a viewer you've been in the channel. I know how excited you are, like all of us, for week 1 to finally be here. Let's go, Brownies, Ray. If you're watching in Arizona, let's go, dude. Football is back. This is why I say you wait until NFL week 1 to call football back. You got college and NFL running side by side. This is the Mecca. God bless the US of A. Football, baby. We got a lot of other Super Chats. James Harper. James Harper, appreciate you. Game 1, Cowgirls going down. Like the video, sub for Dubs, F Pitt. Yeah, a bit of a bummer that the Steelers won. The Bengals lost and the Ravens lost. So if the Steelers had lost, you could be at sole possession of first place in the AFC North. not to be for now, but F Pit indeed, and like the video. 650 viewers right now, only 168 likes. Get ourselves to 200 likes. Hit that like button. Miami Mac, James Hudson III. I swear you better hold your own today. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Mac, I echo everything you said. James Hudson III. There's a first, there's a second, and then there's our left tackle. Please, just, like Miami Mac said, hold your own. I don't need you to be a Pro Bowler, but just please don't be the odd man out on that offensive line. Browns kick it off, and it's a touchback, so Cowboys take it at their own 30-yard line. John Porter, let's go Browns. Let's go Browns. Let's go Browns. Let's go Browns, John. We got Ryan Collins and Brad, number one Browns fan, coming up in just a moment. 1st and 10. Myles Garrett has some kind of sleeve on his left shoulder. I wonder if that's left over from last year. 1st and 10 for Dallas under center. Prescott. No, there was some movement pre-snap. I think this is a false start. The Browns kind of jumped, yeah. False start on Dallas. So far, a holding, sack, and a false start for this new offensive line.
Not great.
Love it.
All right, Ryan Collins.
Prescott, 1st and 15 from his own 25. Hands it off. And Zeke's not going anywhere. Gain of 1, maybe 2. By the way, it's supposed to be, it's Rico Dowdle and Zeke splitting carries today. There is a flag down. We'll see what the flag is. Offsides. Zadarius Smith lined up in the neutral zone. Ryan Collins. Oh, no, Maurice Hurst. I'm sorry. Let's go, Brownies. Hopefully make the trip over the pond to see a game this season. Ryan? I guess you're over in the UK, but yeah, come on over. Come for the Browns-Dolphins game. I know it's going to be really cold, so maybe you come a little earlier, but that feels like a good Sunday Night Football matchup. We're back to 1st and 10 after the offsides from the Browns defense. Prescott hands it off to CeeDee Lamb on an end around. He's got some space. Ooh, a good shoestring tackle by JOK. Limits the gain to 10 yards. Felt like it could have gone for a lot further than that, though. Ryan, thank you so much for your super chat. Let's go Brownies, dude.
All right,
Brad, number one Browns fan. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. 1st and 10. Prescott under center. Takes the snap, drops back for a pass. Throwing over the middle. This is dropped, incomplete. Looking for Brandon Cooks. He couldn't hold on. Contact made immediately after the ball got to his hands. I mean, he's got to catch this still. You got Thornhill and Jordan Hicks lurking in the area. I don't think that was Brandon Cooks. I think that might have been Kevontae Turpin. 2nd and 10 from the Dallas 40. Dak going deep down the right sideline. This is caught CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb with the big catch on the sideline. So that's why you paid him all that money, by the way. It's just an incredible throw and catch. I don't know how else to describe it. Like Denzel Ward's in fine coverage. Ball goes out to the Browns 26. Prescott in the gun. Takes the snap. Throwing. Nearly intercepted. Denzel Ward, come on. Looking for Jake Ferguson, and the Warden nearly picked it off.
All right, last one.
Invalid argument. New account, still the same invalid argument. Let's go Browns. Welcome back, invalid argument. 2nd and 10. Let's go Brownies, dude. Prescott in the gun. Takes the snap. It's a handoff and a gain of about 4 for Rico Dowdle. Dowdle? 3rd and 6 coming up. Spam those threes. Let's go. 3rd down. Third and 5. Third and 5. Prescott, empty set in the gun. Snap. Pressure, throwing to the end zone. Touchdown. Brandon Cooks. Pressure was building. Juan Thornhill just got beat in coverage. This looks like a near all-out blitz, and it's man-on-man, right? There's no safety help, and Prescott just buys enough time in the pocket. I mean, look, I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys, 6 rushers for the Browns. So it's one-on-one in the backside, and Thornhill gets beat. Extra point is up and good. So a good response from the Cowboys. They take the lead 7-3. Damn. All right. Really quickly, I do want to tell everyone watching about Prize Picks. Prize Picks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. I'm talking turning $10 into $1,000. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. All that information is in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks. Run your game. We got 861 people watching. We kind of had a bit of a rush start. Let's go over our Super Chat menu, though, because we had a whole bunch of Super Chats come in, which I really, really appreciate. So I feel like it's only fair to share with you guys what's on the menu for today's watch party. We are not panicking after a touchdown by the Cowboys. No, stop that. I'm not going to entertain that behavior. It is the first quarter. It is 7-3. Relax. The offense has been on the field once today. All right. Super Chat menu, though, for today's watch party. $2 Super Chat, we give you a shout out. $5, here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. $10 Super Chat, and we're going to be entering you into a Myles Garrett jersey raffle. We're going to do that at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. Every 50 subscribers we pick up, we'll add a free entry for the raffle. So if you can't afford a Super Chat, not a problem. Subscribe, and every 50 subscribers, we'll pick someone out of the chat for a free entry. $50 gets you added to the Brown and Orange Club, which we'll look at in just a second here. And we can add Ray Bidding now to this club as well. Just add him to another list 10. I've got it all made. But Tim Green, Mike Dibble, Jeremy Stallman, Slow But Sure, David Botner, Jared Brandt, James Harper, Papa T, Joseph DePorte, and Mike, thank you guys so much for being members of the Brown and Orange Club. And then lastly, we got a fun surprise for you guys today. As the kickoff for the Cowboys goes into the back of the end zone for a touchback for the Browns. We've got this cool Browns Report football. It says Cowboys at Browns Week 1 MVP. So whoever sends in the largest super chat, which right now is Jeremy Stallman at $100, I'll sign this bad boy and we'll mail it to you for you to add to your man cave if you'd like. So largest super chat will get this Browns Report MVP football for today's Week 1 watch party. Right now, Jeremy Stallman leading the pack with a hundo. We'll get to all the super chats in a minute. Don't worry, everyone. 1st and 10, and a whistle pre-snap. Christopher Stofira, 95 in Dak attack mode. Yeah, he is. False start on the offense. DeJuan Jones, that's 2 so far for him. In the first quarter, 2 for DeJuan Jones.
Remarkable Zai, I have to build yours real quick, so we'll throw it up on screen after.
Beth, I remember during our last preseason watch party, I owed you a free raffle entry. Remind me of the exact terms and conditions. Snap to Watson. It's a run to the left side for Jerome Ford. He gets stopped at the line of scrimmage. On 1st and 15, they only produce an inch. 2nd and 15. Second down and long. No more Dan Quinn. It is Mike Zimmer, longtime Vikings head coach, as the Dallas DC. In the gun, snap to Watson. He climbs the pocket, throws left side, caught Jerry Jeudy. First grab as a Cleveland Browns, a pickup of 5 yards. 3rd down and about 10 coming up. Third and 10. Watson in the gun from his own 24-yard line. Takes the snap. Watson dumps it off over the middle to Jerome Ford. He's only going to get about 6 yards. So it'll be 4th and 4, and the Cowboys defense forces a quick 3 and out. Corey Bojorquez will come on for the first time today and punt. Jim Miro, great to see you all again. Going to be another awesome chat sports season. Let's go Brownies. Side note, I heard Dallas' left tackle is in his first game at the position. Miles must be licking his lips. Yes, Tyler Guyton, first-round draft pick out of Oklahoma, is not only making his NFL debut today, of course, but he was a right tackle at Oklahoma. So, first game and somewhat of a new position at left tackle. Myles Garrett, you got 4 quarters to make this guy's life a living hell. As Jim and I say, have at it. Punt by Bojorquez is a good punt. It's going to bounce behind the return man and be down at the 10-yard line. So Bojorquez kind of picking up where he left off last year, the best year of his NFL career. He pins Dak at his own 10. We got Brian. Brian is wishing my body harm. Brian, we'll get to that in just a moment here. Oh, we have Brian. Love this format. Please drink from the dog bowl, originally from Mentor Lake. I didn't bring the dog bowl with me today, just not into the studio. At halftime, depending on the score, we can see if it's a dog bowl kind of game. I thought that for week 1, it's going to be all business and no shenanigans or less shenanigans. So I might have to postpone your dog bowl to week 2, but for week 1, we're all business right now, Brian. This is not for pleasure. This is a business trip. We are here to win. We also have Remarkable Zay super chat.
Oh yeah, I put it up.
Remarkable Zay saying, the remarkable one is here. Remarkable Zay has been with us since the 2022 season, Browns versus Panthers week 1. He's a Panthers fan. I am so sorry. That was a brutal Panthers week 1 performance. They have not improved from last year. And I'm sure you were hoping that they would improve. Okay. Gil is upset with the scoreboard. I understand. We'll get the football changed. Reed is doing a million things at once. So a little bit of patience during the timeouts is very much appreciated. All right. We're closing in on 36,000 subscribers. Once we get to 36K, we're going to pick someone out of the chat for a free entry into our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. I know I owe Beth Hull an entry. Beth, isn't that right, from the last preseason game? And then I believe I owe Jeremy Stallman. Those were two people that sent in super chats during the last preseason watch party that were not counted. And I was like, we'll just roll it over to week 1. Okay. We got some super chats flowing in here. Tom Brady in the booth for Fox, first time ever. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys, bunch formation. They hand it off. It's a run up the middle, and there's nowhere to go. 1-yard pickup. Second and 9. Prescott under center. Play fake. Dak rolling to his right, dumping it off to Jake Ferguson. He gets tackled after a 4 or 5 yard pickup. Cooper Beebe, by the way, one of the other rookie starting offensive linemen for Dallas. Third and 3. Let's get a stop. Come on, defense. Dak in the gun. Prescott hands it off, and it's a first down run. Zeke in his homecoming to the Buckeye State. First and 10. Dak under center takes the snap. Another handoff, and this one doesn't go for much. Half a yard picked up by Elliott. Second down coming up. 12 subs away from 36K. Let's get there. We got over 1,000 people tuned in. I know 12 of you are not subscribed. Sub for dubs. Let's kind of turn the mojo on this game around here. Browns trailing. Cowboys with the football at their own 25. In the gun, Prescott takes the snap. Throws over the middle. This is caught. CeeDee Lamb gets upended, but he still gets the first down. Dr. No with a $50 super chat, our resident Dolphins fan. We have a lot of resident fans of different fan bases. We have Panthers, and we have Dolphins, and I'm sure one or two others I'm forgetting about. First and 10. Austin, no, I am not. Dak on the slant, finding CD, gain of 7. Eight subs to go.
7. Austin, yes, we are doing the 50-50 race.
No, we are not.
Wait.
That's different thing.
Sorry. Never mind.
Second and 5. Blitz on the way. Dak throwing deep. Oh, my God. Denzel Ward nearly had another interception. God. That should be 2 for Denzel today. I need these pass breakups converted into INTs. This ball hung up in the air forever. I don't know how Lamb doesn't cut. This kind of goes through Denzel's hands and almost gets into Lamb's hands for a reception. 3rd and 5. Prescott rolling out to the right. Incomplete. Off target looking for Brandon Cooks. 4th and 5, and the Browns defense forces a punt. There we go, indeed. Oh. 4th and 5. Pat Anger out to punt for the Cowboys.
Dr. No, another one.
Let's go, Dr. No. We're going to catch up on all these super chats in just a moment. Fourth and 5. Darden starts his return from the 7, across the 15. Cut down at the 20. So about a 13-yard return for the former UNT Green Machine, North Texas. 2 subs away. Let's get there. Come on. 1 sub to go. I know it's kind of cool to see 999. There we go. I need the insurance one. There it is. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. I know it sounds cliche, but it really, really means a lot to me, and this channel's my life. Thank you guys. Mike, $2 super chat. Let's have a great season. Go Browns. I like where Mike's headspace is at. It's the first quarter of the Browns season. Take a breath, everyone. 7-3 Cowboys. A lot of football in front of us. Let's go Brownies. Let's go Brownies, baby. Mike, thank you for your super chat. We got Soul Train up next, and then Mike. No, Mike just said the same one twice, I think. Yeah, Soul Train up next. For the love of cars, happy to be your 36,000 subscriber. Let's go Browns. Happy to have you along aboard or along for the ride here. Soul Train, hope they get it together for a win. Go Browns. I will say, Watson, just a few passes, but he's been on target for the most part. I mean, not even for the most part. Pretty much, I think he has 1 incomplete pass, and that should have been a pass interference on the defense. Just a completely missed call by the referee. So, a lot of football in front of us. I feel like the adjustments for the Browns defensively are being made in real time, right? If we're going to do an all-out blitz, we got to be better in coverage. Otherwise, we're not going to do all-out blitzes because you guys can't hold up on the back end. But game number 1, nothing to worry about here. Andy Marak is coming up next. 36,000 is doable. Let's go. I would say so, Andy. We got there thanks to subscribers like yourself. Andy, thank you so much. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Alyssa Brewski. Brewski family in the house. It's so good to see so many familiar faces and names from the chat last season back for another year. Like the Brewski family, Buckeyes for life. Let's go, Alyssa. Let's go to the entire Brewski family. Let's go, Brownies. That gets you entered, by the way, into our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Then Dr. No, our Dolphins fan. Did the Dolphins win? I'm not even trolling. I don't know. I saw they were trailing, but I saw Tyreek Hill 80-yard touchdown. Watson is going to avoid a sack for a moment, and then he throws as he's hit and then nearly intercepted. Jeez Louise, Deshaun. I'm deployed to Greece right now. Also, put me on the board. Go Fins. We're going to add Ray Bidding and Dr. No to the Brown and Orange Club. Just make a whole nother one below it. Dr. No, I make an assumption that you are a member of the military. Deployed, sounds like it. Thank you for your service. God bless the U.S. of A. And God bless people like you for defending our great country. Yes, sir. 2nd and 10. Watson hit as he throws, and Njoku drops. Has to be caught. Deshaun taking a little bit of a beating. Last pass should have been intercepted. This pass should have been caught by Njoku for a 7-yard gain. Do we have to do this? Do we have to go in the quarterback room of everyone since 99? All right. 3rd and 10. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. Watson pressured. He's sacked. He is sacked. Micah Parsons and company got home. I mean, watch this play. Njoku's going to chip Parsons. Then he goes out for his route. Then it's on to Juan Jones, but Parsons doesn't. Yeah, I also look at it as a late hit on Watson. Tank Lawrence, kind of a late hit that does not get called. So the Browns on 4th and 15 are forced to punt. Borges punts it away. Return starting from the 34. Going east and west. And now turning upfield, and Kevontae Turpin across the 50. There is a flag down. Did the Dolphins win? Did the Dolphins win? I'm getting some yeses in the chat. We also have a Venmo, too. I'll take care of that. Thank you, by the way, for getting us to 36,017 subscribers. We're going to run through the Brown and Orange Club. I love it. So, with a $50 super chat, you do get added to the Brown and Orange Club. We got Tim Green, Mike Dibble, Jeremy Stallman, Slow But Sure, David Botner, Jared Brandt, James Harper, Papa T, Joseph DePorte, and Mike. And then today, we added Ray Bidding and Dr. No. What is Dr. No's profile picture? It's a guy. I can't even. Oh wow, that looks awful. But if you want to get added to get shout outs for the entire 2024 season, $50 super chat, and we'll throw your name on screen for the duration of the year. So 1 quarter in. After 1 quarter, the biggest change that has to be made is Denzel Ward converting PBUs into INTs.
Joshua Miller, I'm getting your super chat ready right now.
Pretty good for a small sample size. Jim Miro with a $5 super chat. Red Zone Peak, by the way, the Broncos are leading the Seahawks in one of the most strangest scores you'll ever see. It's 5-3. A safety. And then the Seahawks were fumbled the punt after the kick return after the safety, or whatever it was. First and 10, it's a run for the Cowboys, a loss of 1. Josh, what's going on, dude? Deshaun Watson, most pressure on him than any other player. I would say externally, yeah, and maybe even a little bit internally, but like not regarding his job status. I don't think that the media and the public and the Browns are nearly on the same page in terms of Deshaun Watson's job status beyond this year, depending on how 2024 goes. 2nd and 8. And Dak, fumble! That's a fumble. That's one of the longest fumbles I've ever seen, and it's recovered by the Cowboys. Strip sack by Garrett. He beats Tyler Guyton. That's a fumble without a doubt. Dak gets lucky that this ball just kind of shoots out so far as he's throwing. It falls to his receiver near the sideline. That's a fumble. Loss of 5. 3rd and 15. Span those threes. So Garrett gets a strip sack early in the second quarter. Prescott throwing. He checks it down to Ferguson, who is tackled by one Thornhill. 4th down. 4th down. There we go. Wow. Jim. Punt coming up for the Cowboys. So, Jim, fun question. Replacing Ford this season with one of these two in their prime, Jamal Lewis or Peyton Hillis? Jamal Lewis. I mean, Jamal Lewis is one of 6 players with 2,000 yards in a season. Like, Peyton Hillis in his prime was just kind of partially fun because it's like, whoa, that's a white running back doing that? Like, you don't see that every day. But I'll go with Jamal Lewis. It's him, Derrick Henry, OJ. I'm blanking on the other 3 members of the 2K club. Oh, CJ 2K. Chris Johnson. Terrell Davis. Oh, and I think Eric Dickerson. Michael Warnecki. It's so good to see you, Michael. Watson has to figure out fast or we're in for a long season. Figure out what? Like, he got sacked. Yeah, he holds on to the ball for a little bit, and there's some good that comes with it and some bad, but I don't think Watson's been bad. Like, first off, it's been a quarter. He's had the ball 3 times. One of them was a short field, and he got a field goal out of it. And the other 2 were punts where he was sacked. Like, one, he ran for it and nearly got the first down. Like, I don't think Watson's been bad. I think the difference maker in this game right now is, like, if Denzel Ward squeezes one of those PBUs into INTs, like, the Browns defense is sniffing around a takeaway. They just got to take one off right now. Oh, my goodness. He's him. Mr. Goalkeeper 06. Do you like the new kickoff rule? What about the onside only being in the 4th quarter if you trail? I think there were very good intentions with the new kickoff rule. What I don't think the NFL anticipated was for teams to go, we'll just give you the 30-yard line and call it a day. Like, I think the NFL expected teams to be more aggressive in the kickoff to avoid being touchbacks, and teams are realizing, well, the average return, when returned, gets to the 29. So we can either have a very big violent collision and stop them at the 29, or we can get back in the end zone and give it to them at the 30. Like, they're not getting past the 30 very often on returns anyway, so you're not, like, concerned about that. 1st and 10. Watson hands it off. Jerome Ford is not going far, a 1-yard pickup. He's him. Petey, you look great. I think I'm catching Felix. for the 2024 Browns? I am too. Second and 8. Watson in the gun. Empty set. Takes the snap. Throw it over the middle. Caught Elijah Moore.
Oh, whoa! What the hell was that?
Wait, it's a fumble return by the Cowboys for a scoop and score? Either this is A, an incomplete pass, B, a completed pass for 15 yards, or C, a catch fumble return for a touchdown. That's incomplete. So the pass was a little low, but it's got to get caught. Yeah. So it's an incomplete pass. So the referees think this is a catch and he's down. It's not a catch. So the Cowboys should challenge this, and they will if they're smart. Are they not going to? This is an incomplete pass. When is Mike McCarthy going to challenge this? I mean, there's no question here. Okay. I can't remember if there's like a new Sky Judge rule where they can chime in with no challenge necessary. Josh, all aboard the Nico Iamaleava. I learned how to pronounce my own quarterback's name. Nico Iamaleava, first round pick 2026 train. I'm not going to say no to that. I love Nico. As a proud Tennessee alum, it's been a lot of fun so far. Nico Iamaleava. 3rd and 9. Third down for Watson. They keep getting in 3rd and long here. That's the issue right now. Snap to Watson. He throws to Njoku, who is not going to get there. He gets about 7 yards on 3rd and 9. Biggest issue offensively for the Browns is they keep getting in 3rd and long. So the Browns are going to punt. What's up? Yeah. 4th and 2. You ready? You got Ray Bidding. James Harper. Miami Mac. Punt for the Cowboys. Return begins at the 15. And Turpin is stopped at the 23. Then Jeremy Stallman. He gets 2. And then Jim Miro. Jim Miro. Brian M. No, Brian M. Yep. Alyssa Bruschi. And then Dr. No twice. And that's all of them. We are at 296 likes. So we're 4 likes away from 3 likes away. Let's get some free entries rolling for our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Hit that thumbs up button right now. Start spamming CLE in the chat. Spam CLE in the chat. We're going to pick 3 people out of the chat for a free entry for our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Start spamming CLE. You guys ready? First one coming up in 3, 2, 1. I've got Jeremy Weber for my first free entry. Second free entry is going to go to 3, 2, 1. I've got Christopher Stofira. And third one for this roundup, every 100 likes and every 50 subscribers. 3, 2, 1. I've got Ray the Goat. And then I think if you put the subscribers up, we got 50. So we can do it, yeah. One more for every 50 subs, which we are 29 away from another free entry. 3, 2, 1. I've got David Brown. Soul Train. I'm thankful it's a one-possession game still. Like, yes, if you're a Cowboys fan watching this right now, I don't think you're like, we got this in the bag. You know what I mean? The Browns' defense is kind of like somewhat stifled. Dak Prescott. They just had that one like great, play call and play design with an all-out blitz by the Browns, and Brandon Cooks was able to slip past Juan Thornhill. Biggest super chat, by the way. We're going to sign this football and mail it to you. 1st and 10, Dak Prescott rolling out of the pocket, going deep, wobbly, incomplete. Incomplete, looking for CeeDee Lamb. Emerson and Denzel Ward were in coverage. I mean, Lamb had a really good stab at this. He kind of drops, it hits his face mask, right? He kind of has to readjust. Yeah, he kind of got hit by Emerson. That easily could have been called. We're happy it wasn't.
Easily, but also at the same time, we can call it good timing.
Yep. 2nd and 10. It's a run for Zeke, and he gets about 8. He is half a yard short. 3rd down coming up.
Dr. No with the $5.
3rd and 1. Prescott on the QB sneak, and he gets it. Yeah, Dolphins did win. While Miami had a 13-0 second half shutout. So pretty Jags-esque, actually. Tim Green the third, let's go! I wrote Tim Green the first a letter the other day because he won that in a wheel spin. So he's got some mail coming his way. I love writing my letters. 1st and 10. It's an end around to CeeDee Lamb. And a 1st down from Lamb. Jerry is going to get every single penny out of that. What did Lamb get? 135 million? 136. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys doesn't go very far. Prescott is nearly sacked as he gets it away to Jake Ferguson. I will say Myles Garrett leads the league in, oh my God, he almost killed him plays. Like, look at this one. Oh, just missed Prescott as he's loading up to throw this. 3rd and 1. Dr. No, go after the gram. I don't know what that means. Is that your Instagram? 3rd and 1. Pitch right. 1st down. Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowell. First down, Cowboys. John Porter, let's get a turnover. John, I like your train of thought. Prescott, 9 for 14, 108 yards, and 1 touchdown so far. I wouldn't describe Dak's performance so far as comfortable in terms of how his offensive line is holding up. Play fake for Dak. He rolls to the left. He throws across his body. Has a man. And it's a first down for the Cowboys. Like, if you guys are noticing, they're not asking Dak to just stand in the pocket, right? At least not a whole lot. They're moving him out of the pocket to get away from Myles Garrett. Ball moved to the Browns' 21-yard line. Prescott, here he is rolling to his right this time. Has a man, gain of 5. Brandon Cooks. I mean, there's pros and cons to kind of moving the pocket. It definitely helps when your quarterback is under duress. It does limit you because you're immediately, like, every step you take towards the sideline, you're kind of closing off the other half of the field. You know what I mean? You're shortening the field with this move to the right or to the left. Inside the game time red zone, 2nd and 5 from the 16. Prescott in the gun, takes the snap. And it's a screen to Zeke, and he slips out of a tackle, and he gets the first down. He's tackled inside the 10. It'll be goal to go for Dallas. Tim Green III. Hey, Petey, glad to be back for another season with you and the amazing community on Browns Chat Sports. Cheers from the Green family. Let's go Browns. Let's go Brownies, Tim Green III, and to the entire Green family. Some of the most loyal viewers we have. Thank you guys so much for watching every single week. First and goal from the Browns' 6-yard line. The Browns were bad in the red zone last year. This was the number one area they needed to improve in. Myles Garrett lined up offsides. There's a flag. Every single time. It doesn't matter. Myles Garrett, I love him for so many things. His biggest weakness is he always lines up offsides. Like, he just lines up offsides. It's not even like he jumps. I don't think anyone is called for offsides more than Myles Garrett, and they're not wrong. He's just lining up offsides. Before the snap, he's just putting his hand across the line of scrimmage. First and goal, so it's half the distance to the goal line. It puts the ball at the 3.5. Run, Zeke, touchdown. Touchdown, Cowboys. Zeke is back. JOK just can't quite take him down. Well, the offense gets the ball to start the second half. They've got 5 minutes and change in the second quarter. I need a score and then a double dip to open up the second half. George Costanza this piece. Extra point is good. So it's 14-3. While they go to commercial, quick shout out to our sponsor today, Game Time. Game Time is a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. One thing I really like about Game Time is their all-in pricing option. Toggling this feature shows you the total upfront cost with no surprise fees at checkout. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets today with Game Time. Download the Game Time app and redeem code Chat Sports for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CHAT Sports for $20 off. I put all that information in the comments and description of today's video. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. We had a Venmo come in earlier too, by the way. We'll put that on screen for you guys next. And add it to the another entry for Mr. Jeremy Stallman. Hit the sub button. Sub for Dubs, baby. 1,200 people tuned in. If you're ready for a long 2024 season, hang out with us all year long. It's completely free, so you can kind of look at it as like a trial, but we don't have your credit card information and charge you when you forget to unsubscribe. If you don't like the content, you're more than welcome to hit the unsub button in a few days or a week. But I'm willing to bet that you will like the content. So go ahead and subscribe today. Help us continue to grow this channel. Really appreciate all of you that are already subscribed. Red Zone Peak here. The Broncos have a 10-9 lead over the Seahawks. I think the Broncos have 2 safeties today. The Broncos are the first team to record 2 safeties in a game since the Dolphins in 2017 against the Broncos. The Broncos defense has scored half of their points. Actually, I don't know where the other, they have 5, the Broncos defense has 4 points and they have a field goal or 2 field goals. The offense has not scored really. Bucks are leading the Commanders 13-7. And the Raiders are over the Chargers 7-6 at halftime. Soul Train, I remember last season they had games where the opponent will score early, but the Browns get in the zone and lock them down for a while. Go Browns. This is true. Now, this is actually perfect for the Cowboys. This is going to go out to the 25-yard line. It's a touchback, but it landed in the landing zone before going into the end zone. So in that situation, the ball goes to the 25. Soul Train, we'll get your next super chat on screen in just a second. First and 10, Watson in the gun. Come on, let's get something going. Actually, the ball's at the 20, not the 25. That is the ultimate outcome on the new kick return rule for the. Watson is nearly sacked, and then he finds Jordan Akins incomplete. I thought it hit the ground.
That's okay.
Well, Watson
That's okay.
continues to be,
Holy
a
crap.
magician at avoiding sacks.
That was
But he still took a
insane.
big lick on that last play. Then Micah Parsons takes him down. Just the throw a little bit short of Akins. I not to be an excuse maker for Watson, but a lot of times if your quarterback's under duress, like work your way back towards the quarterback. Don't just stand waiting for the ball to get to you. 2nd and 10, Watson throwing deep. That's incomplete. 3rd and 10. And now Watson is off to a 5 for 10 or 5 for 11 start. Jermaine Ifedi is in at right tackle. Why is Jermaine Ifedi in? DeJuan Jones walked off the field. Jermaine Ifedi. They need Jed Wills and Jack Conklin back soon. I'm sorry, I put Soul Trains back. I didn't get to read it. 3rd and 10. Watson empty set. Quick throw, right side, caught Elijah Moore. And he is trying to pick up a block, and he's not going to get much, maybe 3 or 4 yards. There is a flag. I think it might be delay a game. Although if it is delay a game, they would have stopped it. So I'm not sure what this is. This game reminds me of the Colts game last year where when the other team scored early, just in the offense to put up points regardless of the bad O-line. Yeah, there's not a lot of great going on offensively. Like, this is not, excusing Watson, who's kind of had a shaky start. As the penalty is on the offense, Cedric Tillman. The O-line is not giving him much to do, though. Like, he's kind of running for his life every single play.
It's tough to get in a rhythm, too, when you're getting pressure a lot.
He is running. Bojorquez punts it away. Okay, Jeremy. Hey, lost freaking internet. What are we doing for halftime? Any 50-50? No 50-50 raffle today. Just wanted all business for week 1. All eyes on the game here. So no 50-50 raffle. I did take your Venmo, though. We'll get it on screen for you in just a minute. And we can add it to the Myles Garrett jersey raffle. So if you'd like, I can send it back if you don't want that. But I thought that'd be an agreeable outcome. Jeremy. And then let's get his Venmo on screen. There it is. So Jeremy Stallman, add additional entries for this one too. One additional. Yeah. Mr. Girthy's in the chat. No 50-50 today, Mr. Girthy. Just a Myles Garrett jersey raffle for a $10 super chat or Venmo. This is my QR code. Venmos are actually even better because YouTube takes a decent cut out of super chats, whereas Venmos go 100% to Chat Sports to grow the company and add more employees and, move on to bigger and brighter things like Reed. So Venmos are awesome. My Venmo QR code's right here. The name is Matthew Petey, like every other name I have. So I just tweeted out, and you're more than welcome to go follow me on Twitter. We can actually probably get my Twitter at the bottom in a second. Watson's had some good throws. He's had some bad throws, but the one constant, he is running for his life. Like, they are down to their top 3 tackles again. Like, if you go back to the basics of your starting left and right tackle, Jed Wills is not out there, Jack Conklin's not out there, and now DeJuan Jones is not out there. So it's it's James Hudson and Jermaine Ifedi. That can't be just like the end of the game for you. Like, they can't be like, all right, well, we're done now. Pack it up. We don't have our starting tackles. But we got to recalibrate when we have those shortcomings at the tackle position. We see Dallas do this right now, right? Cowboys notice, Myles Garrett is picking his teeth with us. Let's move the pocket, right? Let's run away from Myles Garrett wherever he is lining up. 1st and 10 for Dallas. They have it at their own 46. Prescott throwing. He finds Cooks for a first down. I watched the Bears earlier erase a 17-0 deficit and win 24-17. Twelve first downs for Dallas, 1 for Cleveland. That might be the stat so far. It's a run for Dowell, and he's only going to get nothing. Drop for a loss. Super chat flying in. $10 super chat from R Mac Dog. Matt, I think that the Browns are showing a lot of rust on both sides of the ball, so I guess they could have used some reps during the preseason. Get the ball to Cooper, our number 1 option. Yeah, but remember, the Browns did play a good amount of starters in the preseason finale against the Seahawks. So I don't disagree with this idea. Like, not everyone played, but a lot of guys did play. 2nd and 11, but I am in the camp of starters should play in the preseason. You can make some exceptions for superstars, like in this day and age, Myles Garrett, CeeDee Lamb. Like those guys, they don't need help turning on their engines. But other guys I think should play 15 snaps. 3rd and 7. Let's get off the field here. They're at the Browns 38. Prescott in the gun. Under 3 minutes to play. Snap to Dak. He quickly gets it out, and loss of 1 for Cooks. Man, Garrett was coming behind Dak. It looks like Jaws every time. But Cooks slipped as he caught it. He lost 1, and 4th and 8, and I think Dallas is going to attempt a long field goal. They do have to snap the ball before the 2-minute warning. So this is going to be a long one. 57-yarder from the right hash. $57-yard kick is up, and it is good. It's perfect, pretty much. So Brandon Aubrey even gets the netting on his 57-yard kick. And it's now a 14-point lead for Dallas. The only good news I can offer is the Browns start the second half with the football. So if you score here, which seems impossible because you only have 1 first down to date, just get 17-6, and then start the second half with some adjustments, some changes, and a little bit of a pep talk in the locker room, putting it nicely. Go down the field, score a touchdown. Ray bidding. Can I buy a first down? I would start that fund right now. I'd be happy to donate it to. Oh my goodness. Jeremy Stallman with another Venmo. We'll get it on screen. We got Ray Biddings. Can I buy a first down? Thumbs up for that. And then Jeremy Stallman, a $50 Venmo. I hope for a better second half. Dan Brady has jinxed us. Give us 95. Yeah, we need someone on defense to make a big play. Strip sack, recovered by the Browns, an interception. Someone on the defense needs to provide a little bit of a jolt. Jeremy Stallman, another entry for him. $50. Thank you so much, Jeremy. Go Brownies. Yep. 1st and 10 Browns at their own 30. They have 2 timeouts and 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Watson is 6 for 12, 33 yards. Snap to Deshaun. It's a handoff to Jerome Ford, and he probably gets the longest run of the day, 6 yards. So 2-minute warning. Browns, they just got to get themselves out of 3rd and long. Like, that's step 1. Bo Nix and the Broncos, they lead 10-9. And with somewhat of the ugliest week 1 game, like you've got the Broncos with 2 safeties. That makes up 4 points. And then 2 field goals. Meanwhile, the Seahawks, I know they have a touchdown, and I think they have a field goal. It is, for us, yeah. Super chat menu for anyone just tuning in. If you enjoy the free stream we provide, you want to get on screen, $2 super chat. We'll throw it on for everyone watching to see. $5, I owe I owe a couple $5. Here we go, Brownies. And then $10 super chat at the 2-minute warning of the 4th quarter. Myles Garrett jersey raffle. $10 super chat gets you added. And then every 50 subscribers, we're going to give a free raffle entry out of the chat. So go ahead and subscribe. If you can't super chat, not a problem. 50 subs gets you added. And then a $50 super chat gets you added to our Brown and Orange Club, which we can quickly flash on screen just to show some love to everyone who's gone really above and beyond to support the channel. Jeremy Stallman with another super chat. While I put the names on screen, let's just kind of raise the morale. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. Let's go.
Here we go. Come
Let's
on.
turn the tide a little bit. Let's get a score to end the half. Get the ball to open up the second half. Another score, and we're right back in this game. Right back in this game before Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb even touch the football. Sub for dubs. Let's get the good times rolling here. We've been sitting on 35 for a while. Let's get ourselves up to 36,040 subscribers. Jeremy Stallman. Calling shutout second half, put Petey in at tackle 95. I don't think that's a good idea, but I don't think it's a bad idea, right? We're kind of in the middle because right now, none of the tackles are really working for the Browns. The Browns Twitter just tweeted out halftime, and then they deleted it. I was like, you guys are really ahead there. I have 2 minutes left in this game. Browns hand it off. Jerome Ford running with it. There's a flag down as Ford gets the first. But I think all this is going to come back for a hold. Yep. It's going to be a hold on the Browns. I'm guessing on James Hudson at left tackle. No, it's on David Njoku. Another entry for Mr. Stallman. Jeremy revealed to me that he actually does not even own a Browns jersey. Despite being one of the biggest Browns fans I've ever spoken to, he's still searching for his first jersey.
He's got a good chance today.
Deshaun Watson and company break the huddle. 2nd and 14. Once again, they find themselves in 2nd and long.
Finally, here I am.
Empty set. Watson takes the snap. Pass is tipped. Intercepted. Intercepted. Eric Kendricks gets the interception. Micah Parsons deflects the pass. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I mean, DeJuan Jones is back at right tackle. No one even touches Micah on this play. I'm not quite sure if that's by design or what, but he gets a hand to it.
Well, we can be happy about something.
Tim Green, $50 super chat.
Helping us out.
Can you fulfill his request? 1st and 10. It's a run for Zeke, and he gets 3 yards.
I gotcha. Eli Green will be going on the board.
Greasy flight from Thunder Bay. There is nothing worse than starting off 0-1 in the NFL. It's just such a gut punch. You waited so long. 2nd and 7. Dak, empty set, takes the snap. Who wants to be a hero? Dak throws, incomplete. Incomplete. 3rd and 7 coming up next here. There's a minute remaining. Cowboys have all 3 timeouts. Third and 7. They're at the Browns 20. Snap to Dak. 4-man rush. He is sacked. There we go. Zadarius Smith. I mean, that's at least going to keep him out of the end zone. And it's likely going to be a 20-3 game now. Yeah, Browns use a timeout to save some time for themselves. Story of the game, Browns have 1 first down. That's the story if you're just tuning in. I'll sum it up for you. 1 first down. 40-yard field goal attempt is perfect. So it's 20-3. I mean, if you want something to point to or something to be upset about, there it is. Defense obviously not playing, fantastic. But 1 first down offensively, you're not going anywhere if you have 1 first down at the end of the half. I'm not even convinced they're going to get one right now. Probably with the Cowboys playing in a soft zone defense, trying to avoid giving up a big play. Tim Green with a $50 super chat earlier. Tim. If you could put Eli Green on the orange and brown board, thanks, Matt. Go Browns. Ask and you shall receive. Tim Green adding Eli Green to the Browns orange and brown club here at Chat Sports. I don't even know if Watson's looking rusty. And the kick return is a line drive, fielded at the 5, and return gets out to the 27. I'm not just trying to be Watson's not the issue here. He hasn't been perfect by any stretch, but the offensive line is really getting bullied. Greasy Flight, good to see all of my Browns clan. Good to see you, Greasy Flight. Thank you for tuning in from north of the border. Go Brownies. Watson, he's not helping the offense much, but I don't think he's the issue. They're in 3rd and 10 every single time, if not worse. Snap to Deshaun. His throw is caught. David Njoku, gain of 4. Clock's ticking, 40 seconds left. They're at the 30. Snap to Watson. Throwing over the middle. Big hit, drop. Jerry Jeudy couldn't hold on. Clock still running. Come on, home clock operator. Get 4 more seconds back on the clock. Soul Train, staying on the ship no matter. Oh, we're not going anywhere. Getting off is not an option. Get comfy. More time needs to get added to the clock. There you go, 23 seconds. Third and 7. I mean, here they are again. Average yards to go on 3rd down is 7. And they run it. And they're not going to get... I mean, that's the end of the half. They got 1 first down in the first half. Who did? The Cowboys? 1 first down in the half is the story of the game. Browns are 0 for 6 on 3rd down with average yards to go being 7. Well, I got good news. You can still get your predictions in for who's going to score the first touchdown of the season. Hasn't happened yet. Cowboys called a timeout to give themselves a crack at it. I mean, the Cowboys just want to see if they can block this punt. That's why they call it timeout. They're going to kneel it themselves. But look, they're sending everyone at the punter. Return across the 25 to the 30. 35, tackled at the 40. And maybe the Cowboys try to get the Hail Mary. That just seems like they're asking for a lot for little chance of success with a 17-point lead at half. No jumping ship. You want to get the first half stats ready? Love it. What should the Browns do at half? That's a great question. For starters, you got to find a way to put the ball past the sticks. Like, everything's been short, dink and dunk. It's not working. Got to start ripping off some big plays. Now, the issue is I don't think Stefanski believes his offensive line can hold up long enough. And the Cowboys, by the way, with 4 seconds left, get about 15 yards. They get across the 50. I mean, they might trot out Brandon Aubrey for a 63, 64-yarder. I think they are. They're going to send out Aubrey for about a 64-yard field goal. Wow. This is a 65-yarder. Check that. 66-yarder. Imagine they block this and return it. Kick is on the way.
Oh my God, it was good.
He made it, but I think it's delay a game. There was a delay a game call. I had noticed that, like, we got double zeros and no one seemed to notice but me.
Now it's too far.
Cowboys are pissed. They feel like the play clock should have been reset or something. The issue is there's no undoing that. There's no going back and saying, oh, maybe it should have been. Sorry, we'll just give you the 3 points. Kick was good. So Mike McCarthy knows in the future he has a kicker that can make a 66-yarder. Are they going to attempt it still? Oh, my God. They're now going to go for a 71-yarder.
This is crazy.
Browns called timeout. They didn't have the right personnel on. The issue is the Browns have Denzel Ward back to return the kick. So there should only be 10 guys up front, actually. They had 11, and then they had Denzel Ward back there. Mike McCarthy takes his kicker off the field. Well, he's got 4 seconds. I think he could get a playoff in 3 seconds and then try the field goal again.
Yeah.
So Prescott and the offense stay on the field. Snap to Prescott. This is the last play of the half. Hail Mary. It's not going to reach the end zone, and it is incomplete. Juan Thornhill was sprinting up trying to catch it. So after 30 minutes, it is 20-3. Cowboys over the Browns. Christopher, good or bad, love or hate, we are still watching our dogs. Let's go Browns. Yeah. I wish the score was flipped, though. Story of the game. Browns have 1 first down at the half. Like, you're just not going anywhere offensively. Offensive line is not doing much. They're not holding up well in pass protection. Jerome Ford's longest run is like 5 yards. There's no explosion offensively. Like, there's just nothing to talk about that's going well on the offensive side of the football. And then defensively, I mean, they're just like counteracting the Browns' strengths quite nicely. All right. I mean, Myles Garrett's creating pressure on Dak, but at the same time, they're moving Dak out of the pocket. They're getting him on the run, and he's making nice throws, and they've got CeeDee Lamb. CeeDee Lamb is not easy to stop. But while the defense has things they can work on for sure, it's got to start offensively. They got to just move the ball. Go back to the basics. Run, pass, run, first down, something. James. Oh, Jeremy, thank you for your super chat. First half stats is we suck. Yes, that is factual. James Harper, there is a difference between coming to play and not even having any players on their field. Need to do better. Joe Woods is here for sure. Yeah. It definitely looks like the Browns are playing the first game of the season and the Cowboys are playing their 10th game of the season. Like, you just got to give credit right now to Dallas. They seem to have a great game plan for this game, and I'm not seeing the Browns' game plan offensively come through. I don't know what the game plan was. Like, is there some part of Dallas' defense you want to attack? Do you want to run the ball? Do you want to pass? You're not really doing either. You're going for dink and dunks offensively, and Deshaun's running for his life. He had a pretty tough first half. Just not a lot to talk about for the good. I would love to see the good. The offense is MIA. Watson at the half, 7 of 15, 36 yards, 1 interception, and an 8-yard run. No one's making any plays. Here are the first half stats. Oh. 20-3. Prescott 14 for 21, 156 yards and 1 touchdown. I mean, everyone on the Cowboys seems to be getting their hand in the cookie jar. Mike Evans, 17-yard touchdown grab, by the way, from Baker and the Bucks. They lead the Commanders 16-7. I mean, if there's someone right now that wants to know the score of this Browns game, it is Baker Mayfield, and he's probably enjoying it. No, we'll hang out here. Geno Smith, 34-yard touchdown run for the Seahawks. Every pass for Watson has been within 6 yards of the line of scrimmage. That's been completed. There is just nothing deeper down the field. And they're not even being very good at the dink and dunk. Most of those completions have come when the first down marker is 10 yards away. So not just getting 6 yards to make it second and short. They're doing it to make it 4th and 4. Patriots, by the way, beat the Bengals 16-10. If you want one piece of good news, Bengals lost, Ravens lost, Steelers won. That's not good. So at least the rest of the AFC North isn't in the win column. I'll be honest, it could be worse. It could be the Bengals. Like, I don't know what their direction is. A lot of penalties, too. Like, false starts, just not giving your chance to, not giving yourself an opportunity to be successful. I think there are things that have to get cleaned up before Watson. 1, penalties. 2, offensive line. 3, Watson. It's one thing if Watson is standing in a clean pocket on like 2nd and 3, and he's just missing guys. Got to find a way to turn this around in the second half. Got to find a way to turn around the second half. We got 421 likes, so we can pick another free entry for the Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Speaking of the devil, how about we spam 95? Spam 95 if you would like to get entered into a Myles Garrett jersey raffle. I'll pick someone out of the chat. The Bright Wolf, good to see you, dude. Start spamming 95. I think the tough thing is, if things aren't going well offensively, everyone wants to blame Watson. And I can understand why. Patience is drying up. There's a lot of money and investment made in him. I get that. I do think there are other issues in this game. It's not just like Watson's the thing that if you take him out and replace him, everything's good to go. Picking someone out of the chat in 3, 2, 1. Mike. Does that make sense at least? Like, we kind of all in somewhat of an agreement that, like, it doesn't just revolve around Watson's success and failures. Like, oh, I'll take a chicken tender. Thank you. Can you add Mike to the jersey raffle? Mike. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Just use Tim Greens. Yep. No, I do not like Halloween. Jeremy, you guys are watching me chow down. Let me know what you guys are having. I gotta tie my shoes. Can I do it balancing? Also, let's see how my fantasy team is performing. I know no one cares, but I don't think it's going well. I have a 26% chance of winning, so we don't love that. Yeah. Kenneth Walker's giving me 2 points. Dalton Kincaid, thank you for the 1 grab for 11 yards. I do not like my chances. I am down by 50, and he's got the Browns defense. And I got Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, and the Jets defense awaiting me. All right, what are you guys having to eat? Oh, Mike's having brisket queso. Ty-Man and the Buckeyes having some noodles. Chris is having some bacon. Ray is having Supreme Pizza. Beth, that is correct. It was some Raising Cane's chicken. Although the person who picked up the Canes didn't get the cane sauce. A violation. Beth is having pork chops. I see Chili in the chat. Carl, 80 McDonald's nuggets. Bears Misfits having McDonald's. Jacob Kistner. Jacob Kistner's here. Where have you been, Jacob? Sam Adams cherry wheat beer. Chris Peterson needs some Papa John's pizza on game day. Papa John's is probably my favorite of the, delivery pizza or the chain pizza crew. I think it goes Papa John's, Pizza Hut, Domino's for me. Ryan's having Wingstop. Yeah, step one for fixing the offense. Step one for fixing the second half. Stop the offensive penalties. Step two, give Watson a little bit more time. Step three, Watson needs to come through. Jim Miro, there it is. AFX Apocalypse. I feel like I haven't seen you in ages. L. Smith, that cracked me up. Browns, lots of game to go. Yeah, not so sure about that one. Like, peeking at the red zone here, I've got Geno Smith and the Seahawks trailing the Broncos 13-9. That was 10-9, was it not? 3 field goals and 2 safeties. That is the strangest way to take a lead. Jim, imagine if there was a way for the Browns to get a QB like Baker Mayfield and an extra $230 million. Just think of the possibilities. Jim, I understand where you're coming from. I am not ready to declare that this was a loss for the Browns in terms of like shipping out Baker and then the assets invested into getting Watson. Like, for starters, they did make the playoffs the second year. Now, Watson was not a major part of that run, but he did help them win a couple of the games he started. I just don't think after week one we can declare. I know that that's going to be the reaction, and listen, I get where those people are coming from. I'm not there yet. Like, I think there is a lot of football left this year before we can jump to this conclusion. You're not wrong in terms of, like, the train of thought you're on. Like, it's definitely heading towards a direction of, like, yeah, even if Baker wasn't going to be the guy for you, he wasn't going to cost you $230 million. Although it would have been kind of interesting in another world if they just kept Baker and his contract when it ran out. Would they have paid him? What would he have gotten paid? You know, maybe not anything different from what Watson got paid. Which, by the way, Watson getting... I know people look at the $230 million. That's not even, I think, top 10 anymore for highest paid quarterbacks.
No.
Like, it's kind of funny just how quickly he was surpassed.
James Harper with a $2
Kenneth Walker
super
for
chat.
touchdown for me. All right, remember, the biggest super chat, and I know right now vibes are not high, but right now the biggest super chat goes to Jeremy Stallman at $100. Whoever gets the sends in the biggest super chat, we are going to sign this bad boy and mail it out to you. So if you'd like that added to your Browns man cave or your office or anywhere else you watch football, biggest super chat, right now the number to beat is 100. And we'll sign this football and mail it out to you. Browns get the ball to start the second half. Jalen Darden is tackled at the 25. Chris Marcus with a $10 super chat. And we got Jacob Kistner and James Harper super chats. We got 3 super chats. I started Njoku over Likely in my fantasy. Major F. Yeah, you probably didn't know that Isaiah Likely would become the team starting tight end, though. That threw all of us for a little bit of a loop. But at least you have Isaiah Likely to begin with for your future. 1st and 10, Jerome Ford running for 4 yards. James Harper. No, I don't know where this... Second and 6. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. Quick throw, caught by 4. There's a flag. There's a flag down, though. Kistner, here all game, just not my A game. Let's change that. Kistner, I'm not blaming you, but, man, no one's on their A game today. I feel like everything was just off from the start. I hear you, man. I hear you. Chris Marcus, I'll tell you why. The Browns playing at 4:25 Eastern, week 1, that was not nice. They are a 1 p.m. team. They live for that time slot. By the way, that flag was against the Browns. 2nd and 11. Watson throws behind Cooper, incomplete pass. Step 1 was violated on the second play. Step 3 was violated on the third. Terrified for the fourth. 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11, snap to Watson. He is sacked. I can't even script this. Step 2 was indeed, you guessed it, violated on the 4th. I mean, I tweeted out, step 1 for fixing the second half, stop the offensive penalty. Step 2, give Watson a bit more time. Step 3, Watson needs to come through. We almost went in order. Offensive penalty, poor pass from Watson, he is sacked. They punt on 4th and 24. Kevontae Turpin on the punt and return. He's going to go all the way, I think. Yeah, touchdown. Touchdown Cowboys on the punt and return. Kevontae Turpin. It's 27-3. Don't even know what to say. It's a 60-yard punt return. What's going on, Chris? A donation towards Peterson's Vegas card shuffling training classes for the read card pulls at the end of the videos. The card pulling is done. Football is back. We'll bring it back, hopefully, in February. But right now, they're playing like a team that season will end in January. However, Chris, this will go a very small way to sending me to Vegas to learn how the Masters do the shuffling. And I'm not even defending myself. They're jumbo cards, though, so it's not as easy as like a routine card size to shuffle. All jokes are fair. It's kind of brutal. 27-3. While they go to commercial, today's show is brought to you by Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. You can now win up to 100 times your money on Prize Picks with as little as 4 correct picks. You can turn $10 into $1,000. Prize Picks invented the flex play, which means you can still cash out if your lineup isn't perfect. You can double your money even if one of your picks doesn't hit. Download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS and get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CLNS on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. I put all that information in the comments and description of today's video. Prize Picks. Run your game. This is getting ugly. This is getting ugly. Oh. The thing with I don't know if Chris and or Tom is watching or listening at all. I can't even try and respond with my own minions or self. You won. I done my fair share of trolling in Tom's Cowboys chat last year. I deserve it. The only thing I'll say, though, if Chris is watching right now, Tom picked the Browns to win. Does he deserve to celebrate if he picked the Browns to win? That's all I'll say. I think that's one where you got to sit it out because you were a non-believer. Brandon Aubrey's kick goes into the end zone. It should have been a touchback. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't like this. He doesn't get out to the 20, 30. He doesn't get to the 30-yard line. If you do not get to the 30, you lose the opportunity to return kicks because it's free at the 30. First and 10. Watson under center. Takes the snap. Handoff, Jerome forward. And he gets 4 yards. All he's done today is get 4 yards. Not 1, not 5, 4. I mean, Watson's got 36 yards. 12 minutes to go in the third quarter. 2nd and 6. Run it again. Play fake. Watson going deep. Oh, no. Incomplete. Double coverage, looking for Cooper. I mean, best case scenario there, you draw a pass interference. So 3rd and 6 now. I'll say this much. Watson's arm looks good to me there. I mean, he got everything into that pass. Chris, without Petey, this game would be sad to watch. I do thank you, Chris. I am still sad, though. I was so excited for this game. We've been looking forward to this game since the schedule was released. 3rd and 6. Still waiting for their second first down of the game. And here comes delay of game. Timeout, Browns. The Boo Birds are not going to like that. Timeout, Cleveland. When you're down 24 and you have any hope of making a comeback, you might need those 3 timeouts. Now, you probably can't afford another punt there if you want any chance. All right, let's turn the morale down here. Broccoli, if the Browns win a game this year, I will run through the streets naked. Ooh. This is just Frank from old school. We're going streaking. But I don't think Broccoli's going to be a man of his word on that. Watson in the gun. 3rd and 6. You got to convert here. Got to convert here. Throw right side. Caught Jerry Jeudy, first down. I mean, here's the path. Ready? They need a touchdown here on this drive. Hopefully it happens in the next 2 minutes. So you're down 27-10 with 10 minutes to go in the third quarter. Then you're going to stop defensively. I don't even need the next score to be a touchdown. Get a field goal. Down 27-13. Down 14 late in the third. Put yourself in striking distance to start the fourth. Watson takes the snap on 1st and 10. He is going to run with it, and he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage. Watson's The last game was a 16-point comeback against the Ravens. Watson over the middle finds Njoku. David Njoku all the way to the 25. There we go. Might be too little too late, but it's something. Njoku took a bit of a hit at the end of this run, by the way. 1st and 10 Browns. Approaching the red zone. They're at the 27. Watson in the gun. Snap. Looking. Throwing. Caught. Jordan Akins, gain of 6. From the 20-yard line, Watson in the gun. Empty set. Snap to Deshaun. He throws left side. This is caught. Elijah Moore, first down. There we go. Actually, good things happen when I picked up this football. So I'm holding on to it.
Keep that.
Yep. First and 10. Inside the red zone. Shotgun snap. Watson looking, throwing out of the end zone. Incomplete. Second down and 10. Watson in the gun from his 16 inside the Prize Picks red zone. Deshaun looking, throwing, and this is going to be incomplete out of the back of the end zone as well. 3rd and 10. I mean, the last two throws, there's just no chance for anyone to catch it, receiver or DB. Third and 10. Empty set for Deshaun. Takes the snap. Throwing on the slant. Has his man for about 9 yards or so. I think that's Cooper. And I think he's got 1st and goal for the Browns. It looks like they're spotting it with a 1st down. Yep. 1st and goal Browns. 8.5 remaining in the 3rd. Down by 24. Play fake. Watson looking, throwing at the back of the end zone. Incomplete. No one open. A lot of boo birds. I think the Browns want like a roughing the passer. That's the only call I couldn't see being made. Was Watson hit late? No, he wasn't hit. Wait, are they saying that was turnover on downs? Okay. It was 1st down. I saw the referee go 1st down. 2nd and goal. The Cowboys offense is on the field right now. They signaled 1st down. Now, if they got that wrong, that's on them. But they signaled 1st down. The Cowboys thought that was 4th down.
What?
Dak's on the field.
Dak, get out of here.
This is 2nd and goal. Second and goal. Njoku is being helped to the locker room. I thought he took a big hit at the end. Second and goal from the 6. Why is it 27-3? The Browns had 1 first down at the end of the half. A lot of offensive penalties, like false starts and just drive-killing plays on first down. And they would find themselves in 3rd and long and couldn't convert and punt.
Check this out.
Jeremy, here's to Reed for his hard work. Look at the bright side. We got 3 first downs. Yeah.
Hey, there you go. Thanks, Jeremy.
Mike McCarthy is pissed. He thought that last play was 4th down. You can't challenge it, though. The referees issued a first down. Sorry Dallas didn't notice. And maybe not all the chain gang members knew it was first down, but the referee walked up to the ball and said, first down. Yeah, I've noticed that watching. Second and goal coming up from the 6. Inside the Prize Picks red zone. Don't run it. You're only going to get 3 yards and have 3rd goal. Watson throws. His pass is caught. Jerry Jeudy. Touchdown. Jeudy. First touchdown of the year. Browns finally get a touchdown. They make it a 17-point game, hopefully. 8 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It's a great throw. It's a great catch. 1 foot, 2 foot. Yep. I'm not putting this ball down.
That's what I'm saying. You gotta carry that for the rest.
Extra point from Dustin Hopkins is up and good. I mean, 17 points in 8 minutes. We watched them erase that last year against the Ravens. Defense needs a takeaway.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you, Jeremy, again.
Jeff says we're back.
Appreciate it.
How have we been stuck at that number this whole game?
I don't know.
Can you refresh it? Threes. Get your threes in the chat right now. Ball staying. Yeah. That did not seem right to me. I was like, we have not gained a subscriber in 90 minutes of real time. I either suck at my job or I'm really bad at it. So we owe 2 free raffle entries, by the way. Soul Train. Browns ahead of Cincy and Baltimore no matter what. Yeah, both teams lost to an AFC opponent. So technically the Browns would be ahead of them. But, dude, no matter what happens to the Browns today, the Bengals losing at home to a bad Patriots team is more concerning. Okay, let's get some threes in the chat. I'm going to pick 2 people for a free entry into our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Spam 3. Spam 3. I'm picking someone in 3, 2, 1. I've got Lincoln Galeros. Lincoln G. Okay. I got one more free entry coming in. So keep spamming 3. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Went too fast. 3, 2, 1. I've got C. Mitch. C. Mitch. Yep. So a 17-point lead for Dallas. Jerry Jeudy, first touchdown of his career as a Brown. Hit the sub button. Let's try and turn the tide a little bit, momentum-wise, in this game. Sub for dubs. Could you imagine what this chat will do if we get a Denzel Ward pick 6 right now?
Oh my God.
You make this a 27-17 game, 10 points late in the third. Give the Browns a little bit more life. Deshaun Watson watching his defense as Dak takes the snap. Throwing down the left sideline. This is incomplete. Looking for Brandon Cooks, Martin Emerson in coverage. 2nd and 10. David Njoku is questionable to return with an ankle injury. 2nd and 10. Come on. Prescott under center. Takes the snap. It's a handoff on the end around to CeeDee Lamb. Only a 3-yard pickup. CeeDee Lamb's name has not been said for a little bit of game time. I mean, the Browns had a long drive there, keeping the Cowboys offense on the sideline. 3rd down. Spam those threes. Let's go. Third and 7.
It's 3rd down.
Prescott throwing. Incomplete. Incomplete. Quick 3 and out from the defense. It's the ball.
It is the ball.
It's the ball.
It's literally the ball.
Greg Newsome working on CeeDee Lamb that time. Forces the pass breakup. Good work by number 0. 0 yards given up. So the Cowboys are going to punt. Haven't said that in a long time. On 4th and 7 with 8 minutes to go in the third quarter. Punt return starts at the 25. Cross the 30. Taken down at the 35. All right, get your predictions in. What's going to happen on this drive? Touchdown, field goal, turnover, or punt? There is a flag. I felt like there was a little bit of a late hit on Jalen Darden. I'm not sure if that's the call. Well, let's see what this flag is. David Njoku still in the locker room with an ankle injury. Let's see what this flag is, though. I mean, if it's on the Cowboys, it's going to put the Browns out towards the 50. If it's on the Browns, it's going to bring it back towards their own 20. They're right around the 35. Come on. Holding on the receiving team. Who from Dallas is running to the locker room? Brandon Cooks for the Cowboys running into the locker room. 27-10 Cowboys with a TV timeout. TV timeout here. Quick red zone peek. Let's see what's going on across the rest of the NFL this glorious Sunday. The Chargers lead the Raiders 16-10. 4 minutes to go. LA has the football. The Bucs lead the Commanders 23-14 with 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. The Seahawks lead the Broncos 19-13 after 3 quarters. And then we've got the Browns trailing the Cowboys 27-10. How has Jaden Daniels fared so far? I was curious about that. He is 10 for 17, 105 yards, no touchdowns, no intercept. Oh, he has 1 rushing touchdown. He has 72 yards on the ground. Wow.
Good for him.
Meanwhile, Raiders-Chargers. Gardner Minshew, 224 yards and 1 touchdown. Not too shabby. As for Justin Herbert, you are getting the Jim Harbaugh experience. 16 for 25, 134 yards. J.K. Dobbins, wow. He has 10 carries for 137 yards. He is the hot leg in L.A. right now for the Chargers. Quick reminder, we're going to do a Myles Garrett jersey raffle. We wanted to show the updated Brown and Orange Club with Tim Green. So $10 super chat gets you entered into our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. That's going to be at the 2-minute warning of the fourth quarter. TJ Showman Golf right on cue with a $10 super chat. So if you want to get a Myles Garrett jersey, $10 super chat will add your name to the mix. If you're unable to super chat, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and we'll pick some free entries out of the live chat periodically. By the way, Brown and Orange Club, $50 in super chats. Tim Green, Mike Dibble, Jeremy Stallman, Slow But Sure, David Botner, Jared Brandt, James Harper, Papa T, Joseph Deporte, Mike, and then Ray Bidding, Dr. No, and Eli Green. David Njoku, like I said, still out with an ankle injury. Browns have 1st and 10 from their own 14. Watson throwing deep. Incomplete. There is a flag, though, thrown in the direction of Amari Cooper. This could be defensive holding. Let's see. Was Cooper held, kind of breaking out of his route? Yeah, this is defensive holding. 5-yard penalty. Illegal contact. Automatic first. Hey, another first down for the Browns.
Yeah.
First and 10. Watson under center at his own 19. Snap. Play fake. Watson, good pocket. Throwing deep. Incomplete. Ooh, CeeDee Lamb caught it on the sideline. He's always ready. Deshaun is 13 for 27, 107 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Let's go, Brownies. It's good to be back and enjoying the show, Petey. Football is back. TJ, football is back indeed. Good to have you back for another season. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof. 2nd and 10. Snap to Watson. Dumps it off to Ford. Getting a nice block from Akins. He gets 5 yards. Did I see a flag come flying in? Maybe not. It should be 3rd and 6. Beth, don't worry. I got your entries. That's why I slacked you earlier. 3rd and 6. Need a first down. Watson in the gun. Takes the snap. Watson is sacked. There is a penalty flag down. Not sure what the penalty is. There is a flag. In the meantime, it's a sack for the Cowboys. Illegal formation offense. 4th down. That had to be a scoring drive. Like, your defense made a stop after the offense scored. Got to play complimentary football. You know, I scratch your back, you scratch mine. We score a touchdown, you get a stop. We score a touchdown, we get a score. Instead, you go backwards. 4th and 14. Bojorquez with a good punt. Return starts at the 22. Flag comes in. This is going to negate the entire return. Cavante Turpin took a big hit at the end of his return. But there's going to be a holding or a block on the back on the Cowboys for this return. So Dak and company will be backed up big time. Holding. Where? Has-beens here. Long time no see, dude. Jim Leahy, a legend. Why isn't Jameis Winston in? I am the liquor. I don't think anything's different or better with Jameson. Like, I go back to my 3 issues with the Browns offense today. First one is penalties. Like that last play, they could have scored a touchdown. Illegal formation. They've had 2 illegal formation penalties today. False starts on DeJuan Jones. At home. Like, the amount of pre-snap penalties on the Browns is insane. That's issue number 1. Because right off the bat, the Browns walk onto the field and they just walk back 5 yards. They're starting off at 1st and 15 or 2nd and 15. Second issue is the offensive line's had a bad day. Give credit to the Cowboys defensive line. They have won in the trenches. And your third issue is Deshaun Watson has been inconsistent, sporadic, right? He's 13 for 27. Like, he's had some good throws. The velocity's there. The arm talent's there. So I'm not worried about, like, injury fatigue. The accuracy's been up and down, but, like, they're starting off on 3rd and 7. Like, they're ending at 3rd and 7 every single time, like 3rd and long. 3rd and 7's on a good day, too, by the way. Like, those are the 3 issues I have with the Browns' offense in order. Pre-snap penalties, offensive line, Watson being inconsistent. So, fixing problem 3 is a fine problem to fix, but it doesn't change problems 1 and 2. That is my TED Talk. Two illegal formations from the Browns at home. First and 10. Dump off.
Good tackle.
Oh.
No.
Jake Ferguson is... Oh, no. He's really grabbing his left knee. It wasn't a vicious tackle or anything, but it just goes... Oh, it kind of looks like it's hyper... Oh, that's not good. A little hyperextension / twisting and turning of Ferguson's knee. Oh, that sucks for him. So Brandon Cooks is already down, by the way. I don't know if he returned to from the locker room. I would say pass catchers 2 and 3 are out for Dallas right now. Second and 8.
We just hit 500 likes.
And we're 1 sub away.
And we're 1 sub away. So we could get 2 free
Yeah.
raffle entries.
Second and 8. Prescott takes a shotgun snap. He hands it off to Zeke, and he gets 2 yards. I mean, like, the good news for the Browns is I think the Cowboys are going to be a run-first team now that Cooks and Ferguson appear to be with injuries and out of the game. The bad news for the Browns is they still trail by 17. So the big play factor from Dallas's game might not be there anymore. Prescott puts CD in motion, takes the snap. It's a pass. Dak throws, incomplete pass. So another 3 and out from the Cowboys offense. Browns defense giving the offense a chance at least in this game. Oh boy. Jeremy Stallman, I can't keep up with him. The guy's a monster. Punt starts return from the 30. Darting across the 40. Out of bounds to the 45. Jeremy Stallman with a couple of Venmos. Let's get those on screen for Jeremy. We've got Jeremy Stallman with a $20 Venmo. Well, let's add to the number 95 and sub to you. Sub for dubs. And yeah, Venmo if you'd like, $10 or more to get added to the Myles Garrett jersey raffle. $10 Venmo to get entered. This is the QR code. And then he's got another $10 Venmo on top of that. There is to the next 10. This is to the next $10 super chat for 95. Ford running with it. Jeremy's got to have a lot of ducks in this race.
Yeah, he currently has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
9 ducks for Mr. Stallman. $10 Venmo or super chat gets you added. It is 30-14 Bucks over the Commanders. Browns have 2nd and 4. They're at midfield. Snap to Watson. He throws. Incomplete. Looking for Judy. Ken G, nice to see you in the chat. 3rd down coming up. Watson is 14 for 29, a buck 11, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Third and 4 at the 50. Watson in the gun. Cowboys show pressure. And it's a run that's going to go for a loss. So Jerome Ford loses a yard. You got to go for it. You're down 17. You're at midfield. 4th and 6. Got to take a chance here. Jerry Jeudy kind of hobbles off a little bit. A little bit of a stinger, maybe.
It doesn't look like he was like going.
Yeah, just kind of like
Doesn't look like he was
massaging his knee,
Yeah,
sort of, or the
doesn't
back
look
of
like
his
he was
knee.
Going to the trainers.
3 seconds, 2 seconds.
Snap it. Browns get the snap off in time. Watson rolling to his right, and Watson is sacked.
At least throw it.
At least try. I'd have to see what the downfield looked like, but like.
So 1st down, Dallas. I feel for this Browns defense right now. I mean, they've made. Let's watch the. Let's see. Is there anyone there? It looked like for a moment maybe Tillman. I mean, I'll be honest. Like, yeah, you got to throw it there. No one's open, so like, throw it. It's incomplete pass, and you don't give them a little bit better field position. But nothing there. It's a run for the Cowboys on 1st and 10. They get 5. Andrew Wiseman. Andrew, welcome back for another season. This is to highlight how disappointing the showing is. Watson is not him. Yeah, Watson's not had a good day. Like no one should tell you otherwise. But I'm not trying to like excuse Watson's play. But I feel like the pre-snap penalties, as the Cowboys on 2nd and 5 run it for a first down. The pre-snap penalties and the offensive line were bigger issues in this game for me. Like, they're not, like, far apart in the issues, but if I had to switch one, like, if I had a, little genie that granted me 3 wishes or 1 wish, the first wish would be no offensive pre-snap penalties, and I think the Browns have a better chance. And a run for Rico is tackled by Myles Garrett. I'll also add one more issue for the Browns offense today. 35 yards on the ground. They got nothing going on the ground. I mean, the Cowboys were able to start pinning their ears back knowing, well, we don't have to worry about them beating us on the ground, so let's just start hunting Watson. Second and 9. They're at the Cleveland 30. Cleveland showing pressure. They bring pressure. Dak throwing. This is incomplete. Too tall for Brandon Cooks, who has checked back into the game. 3rd and 9. Third and 9. Come on, defense. Little pick 6 here. Delay of game. Delay of game. There's the whistle.
What did you say? That offensive line and what else?
Pre-snap penalties. We got some extracurriculars after.
I was saying, I'm going to do a live poll. What needs more work? Offensive line or
Deshaun Watson.
I just started a new live poll. What needs more work, offensive line or Deshaun Watson?
3rd and 14. Garrett's pass to Lamb is completed. Gain of 3. So field goal unit coming on to try and make it a 20-point lead late in the 3rd quarter.
Battle said C, both.
That works too, Battle. So Brandon Aubriani's 2 for 2 today. He didn't miss a field goal all last year in the regular season. This one's from 50. And it is perfect. Oh, it's good. God, it was perfect. Then it really started to drift, and then it drifted back. That would have been a nice momentum boost. Miss field goal, get the ball at midfield. Instead, you're down 20 with 16 and a half minutes to go. (26-13) Seahawks over the Broncos. Chargers are going to beat the Raiders. No, the Chargers beat the Raiders 22-10. So Chargers win, Raiders lose. Bucks are likely going to beat the Commanders. It's 30-14 early in the 4th quarter. The return for Jalen Darden gets out across the 30. Yeah, I'll say it. I'm just trying to be Mr. Optimist here. You need a touchdown before the fourth quarter. Because just psychologically, going into the fourth, down 13, feels reachable. Starting the fourth down 20, even if you're at the 1, big blow mentally. 1st and 10. Watson takes the snap. Throwing over the middle. This is caught Jerome Ford. Gain of 4 or 5. Andrew Wiseman with a super chat. Thank you, Mr. Wiseman. Watson in the gun. Snap. His throw is caught by Cedric Tillman. Gain of 3. So 3rd and short coming up. Well, here's the issue for the Browns. 3rd down all day has been disastrous. Watson flagged down on 3rd and 2. Is going to step up and run with it. He'll get the first down with his legs, and he'll dive, but there is a flag down. If this is an illegal formation, we're ending the stream. I'm not joking. Illegal shift. That's penalty number 10. Jerry Jeudy is going into the medical tent. Third and 7. I think all 10 are from the offense. I'm trying to remember a single defensive penalty. I don't remember any penalty on the defense. Andrew, can someone fact check me? Does the defense have a single penalty today or all 10 on the offense? At the end of the day, we are family. Thank you for being here for all of us. Please round up my, yes, 9.99 to 10. You absolutely get rounded up. Thank you very much, Andrew. I love what I do. Even when the Browns are losing by this, still a blast getting to hang out with you guys every single Sunday.
We still get to see the Duckies race.
Miles was offsides. Thank you, cool guy. So that's 1. I can't remember another one beyond that. So 9 penalties offensively. Like, it's very difficult to incur 9 penalties as an offense when the game is designed to benefit the offense.
I'm just thinking back to the 2 passes that Denzel Ward could have intercepted. That would have been a huge game changer.
I agree. If Ward picks off, especially that second one that kind of went through his hands, they're probably just down like 27 to 13. You know what I mean? Which helps. But Jerry Jeudy, by the way, remember earlier when I said he was kind of grabbing the back of his knee? Yeah, that seems to be lingering. He's in the medical tent. So David Njoku with an ankle injury, and now Jerry Jeudy. 2 of your 3 top pass catchers. Super chat menu, because at the 2-minute warning, we're going to do our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. 30 to 10 Cowboys over the Browns. 30 to 10. 30 to 10. There you go. If you want to get entered, $10 super chat. We do owe a free entry for reaching another 50 subscribers, so 2.
500 likes.
So we'll pick someone out of the chat. But if you want to guarantee a spot in the Myles Garrett jersey raffle, $10 super chat like Andrew Wiseman just did a moment ago and TJ Showman Golf, and we'll add you to that jersey raffle. 9 penalties on offense and bad offensive line play. Replace Watson with any quarterback you want other than probably Patrick Mahomes, and I don't think the result of this game is much different. He's not helping the cause, don't get me wrong, but I have bigger issues today. Watson, 3rd and 7, is going to sidestep a tackler, then he'll run with it, and he'll get pushed out of bounds 3 yards short. 4th and 3, I mean, they got to go for it here. Fourth and 4. Browns are going to go for it. 4th down at their own 37. I mean, what choice do they have down 20 to start the 4th quarter? Watson takes the snap. It's a 4-man rush. Good pocket. Rolling to his left. No one's open. He throws, and it's incomplete. Turnover on downs. Watson hit as he throws.
Carl.
I mean, like, this isn't good. I don't know where, like, let's watch. Is there somewhere to go with the football? Jerry Jeudy's back on the field, by the way. Amari Cooper in the middle. Five sacks today for Deshaun Watson. First and 10, and the Cowboys immediately move the sticks. Let's get Carl's Super Chat on screen. Prescott hands it off to Zeke. He's going to get about 4 yards. They are approaching the red zone. Second and 7. Tony Fields was injured on the last play. Browns have some work to do this week in practice. They go to Jacksonville next week and then home against the Giants after that. Carl, I'm just hoping Watson remembers how to ball out here on out. Like, Watson has shown that he has the arm talent still post-injury. Like, he was slinging it deep a few times, not a lot though, but he had no problem pushing the ball down the field. So I don't think that part of his game has just vanished. I don't know if he's completely broken, but I still think the talent is there. Carl, appreciate your super chat. That gets you added to our Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Tim, spot on. Andrew Wiseman, Winston will be our starter before week 5. I disagree. I don't know if Jimmy Haslam will greenlight the benching of Deshaun Watson. Like, I just think too many investments have been made in Watson to succeed for the Browns to then just bench him. Like, this early on, too. I just think if it does get to that point, it's going to take a lot longer than week 5. Like, I just don't think it's going to go downhill that quickly. So I'll pass on that one. I still think he's your starter if healthy for the first 5 weeks, 6 weeks. I'll go as far to say the first 12 weeks of the season. I think it would have to take longer than that. And I don't think Jameis Winston would do any better today. Everyone had a bad day, too. Like, I know Watson's going to be the focal point. He's the quarterback. Offensive line, pre-snap penalties. 9. 9 times? 9 times. Jeremy Stallman. Did you add Kathy? Kathy, did I owe you an entry from 2 weeks ago? I added Beth Hall, but did I owe Kathy one? Jeremy, got to refresh my memory here because now I'm starting to forget it. Steve and I, too, miss Bill Callahan. I, too. We added Beth from last week or 2 weeks ago. We had some leftovers from our last watch party for preseason week 2.
Wasn't there...
There was Beth and there was yourself, Jeremy, but was there Kathy as well?
We missed somebody because... And it was like after...
We missed 2 people. I thought we only missed 2.
Yeah.
2nd and 7. And a run for Brandon Cooks brings him inside the red zone. Flag, 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 flag. Illegal block in the back on Tyler Guyton, the rookie. And that's the correct call. We got to add 2 free entries, so we'll do that at the end of this drive here. Second and 12. Snap to Prescott. He throws, and this is incomplete. Denzel Ward, I don't know if now is the time to do the guitar celebrations.
Kathy said Petey no.
I know. Jeremy Stallman. Oh, the guy's a gem. You're right, but here's to Kathy. Sorry, my bad. Nothing to apologize for, Jeremy. Let's add Kathy S. to our Garrett raffle. 3rd and 12 for Prescott at the 28-yard line. Pass is completed. No gain on the play. So JOK making a nice tackle. That'll bring up 4th down. So we get to see Brandon Aubrey again. Good clean tackle by JOK on Zeke. I mean, Cooper Beebe shoves JOK into Zeke. "46-yard field goal attempt is good. Lead is now 33-10 with a lot of time still, 11 minutes. This is going to be a grueling 11 minutes. And here's why. Let's say Watson and the offense march down the field. Touchdown. That's going to boost up the numbers. No. From here on out, there is no positive takeaways. It is garbage time. Now, today's show is sponsored by Game Time. Game Time has a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier, like the Browns or the Guardians or the Cavs. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, and when you create an account, remember to use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Now, one thing I really like about Game Time is they offer the Game Time guarantee. If you find tickets in the same section and row for less, Game Time will credit you 110% of the difference. Download the Game Time app today and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, create an account and redeem code CHAT Sports for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. All right, well, let's pick 2 people out of the chat who are still watching right now for a free entry for our Garrett jersey raffle. Put something else on. That one's not going to sell.
All right.
Pick something. Yeah, that one works. That's been the story of the day. Spam F. Spam F. Spam F. I'm picking 2 people for 500 likes and subscribers. First one being selected in 3, 2, 1. I've got Crystal Steel. Crystal Steel. Second one in 3, 2, 1. I've got... No, it went too fast. 3, 2, 1. I've got Time Man the Buckeye. Time Man the Buckeye. First and 10. You know, yeah, Patriots. I will say this. Watson, Burrow, and Cousins all made their returns today. All did not play well. Like, I think there is a little bit of reasoning towards, or fair reasoning given to your first game back. That obviously isn't going to buy you a lot of time, but I think it's worth mentioning. Jerome Ford with the longest run of the day. It's 11 yards. First down, Browns. First and 10. Snap to Watson. Throw, caught, Ford, gain of 2. They
30 subscribers away from another free entry for the jersey raffle. Watson.
Second and 7. It's a screen that's caught. That Pierre Strong? No.
Who is that?
Is it 30 or 20? Oh, it is
20.
Pierre Strong. I thought it was 30. I was like, there is no 30. First and 10, Browns. First and 10, Watson running for his life. Throwing deep, and it's incomplete. I don't think Watson is, like, not right. He had no problem throwing the ball. Yeah.
He's got no time, and at the same time, he doesn't have good decision making. Like,
Second and 10.
I don't know.
Snap to number 4. Throwing deep. This is a nice catch. Jordan Akins kind of plucks this one out of the air. First down, Browns. Well, we're back to 0-1. Been here before. First and 10 for Watson. Climbing the pocket, throwing, caught.
He waited forever.
More gain
to
of
throw it to
3.
Moore. If you're going to throw to him earlier.
Second and 8. They're at the Cowboys 22. Empty set for Watson, trailing by 23. 9 minutes to go. Passes intercepted. First pick for Trayvon Diggs since sometime last year pre-ACL. Looked like it kind of went through Moore's hands. I don't know how. Let's watch the replay. This is a just combination of not a very good throw and Elijah Moore kind of needing to make a catch. Probably a little too tall and outside for Moore. Maybe one you'd like to see him bring in. First and 10, Dallas. Damn. First down, Dallas. I don't think the football's working anymore. Like Lawrence, multiple things can be true. I don't know how you could say the Browns' offensive line's been good today. Been 5 sacks. There's a lot going wrong today, but my point being, if you think Watson was the lone problem today, then you came into this game with a bias that you don't like Deshaun Watson as the Browns quarterback, and the box score and the low lights support that. Deshaun Watson was not lining up in illegal formations 9 times. Like, he's not letting Micah Parsons get to him. Now, he has some control over where the ball is thrown and the accuracy and whatnot, but there were 3 main issues for the Browns today. And you can rank them how you want, but the reality is there are 3 problems. Penalties, offensive line, Watson. If you don't think it goes in that order, fine. Like, I'm willing to change the order. Like, listen to, like, an argument to change it. But there's more than just one problem today. Like, Landry, you're wrong. Watson is not the lone problem. 9 penalties offensively. 9. I don't know the last time the Browns had 9 penalties offensively. 5 sacks. Third and 6. I wish we could just end this game. We got a lot of football left this year. We cannot be folding this quickly. I know right now it feels like it's the end of the world. We've waited so long. It's home. A lot of football left. They got a lot of work to do. That's for sure. There's a lot of changes that have to be made. Martin Emerson kind of hobbling off the field, but he kind of looks to be okay. Third and 6. Dak in the gun. Quick throw is caught. CeeDee Lamb. Incomplete. I will say the Browns DBs have had a pretty good quarters 2, 3, and 4. Michael Warnecki, $5 super chat. Michael, I don't agree with this, and I've got a pretty good rebuttal to this as well. Watson is the problem. The team doesn't want to play for him. Look at his attitude in the huddle. His attitude. The guy is running around, getting stapled into the ground, taking big hit, trying to keep plays alive. I don't know what evidence you need to believe that Watson is busting his ass out there. He could easily just stand in the pocket and throw it out of bounds. He is doing everything he can and taking a lot of hits, trying to create something. Now, you can make an argument that he needs to get the ball out of his hands quicker for the betterment of the team and the offense. Okay, sure, yeah. But don't tell me that the team's not playing for him. He's out there busting his ass. Offensive line isn't doing him a lot of favors today. First and 10. Watson under center. Hands it off. We've seen guys kind of quit on quarterbacks or quarterbacks and quit vice versa. There's no quitting right now. I don't know a guy that quits. Another illegal formation. 11 penalties. There was the Myles Garrett jumping off sides. I can't remember any other penalty defense related. I think it's 10 penalties offensively. San Marcus, I got to unsubscribe, backing Watson. Dude, by all means, it's a free country. Unsubscribe if you'd like. Sorry for saying the quiet part out loud that there are more issues today than just Watson. 10 offensive penalties. Why do you think with Jameis Winston in and 10 offensive penalties, this result is different? Oh, Dalton. You guys are really burning the whole thing down after week 1. I understand that this was a bad showing, but just pump the brakes. $11 penalties for the Browns today. 10 on offense. Play fake for Deshaun. Throwing deep. Tipped around and incomplete. We got some super chats we'll get to in just a moment. Diggs nearly picked it off, and then Cooper tipped it and hops all over the place. I don't know why why you guys think I have 3 heads right now. I'm not saying Deshaun Watson's excusable. I said he's part of the 3 issues today. If you want to rearrange the issues, okay, fine. But don't act like there aren't other problems today. Don't act like the 10 penalties offensively are not pretty sizable difference makers in the game. The offensive line being a turnstile. I don't understand why that is ludicrous to say. Stefanski, you can add him to the list of 4 problems today. I don't know what the game plan was. It clearly wasn't a good one. They never got anything going on the ground, too. Making 5 problems. There was no ground game today whatsoever. Jerome Ford probably averaged 3.5 yards a carry. Watson is not the problem. This is reps when you sit and not having game times. This is what you get. The offensive line's been pushed around all day. Yeah. 3rd and 10, Watson's going to run. I mean, I don't understand why there's this idea that I'm saying Watson's fine today. I said Watson's the problem. Watson's a part of the problem. There's just other issues that if those issues are not corrected, I don't see why this Browns team is going to go in a different direction. You substitute Jameis Winston for these penalties in that offensive line, maybe it's 30-10. Is that what you want to hear? With Winston and they lose by 20, not by 23? Watson in the gun. 4th and 4, they're going to go for it from Dallas's 44. Watson looking, running, and he's going to tuck it and run. Gets the first. Yeah, that's a guy who's quitting, is fucking running for his life. Dalton, Cochran, Petey, I love you, but come on. I love you too, Dalton, but I don't understand why this is such a crazy take of mine. I'm not here as Deshaun Watson's agent saying Watson actually played fine today. If you look at the quarterback passing chart, no, he missed passes. He made bad decisions. He had a bad game. Screen goes to Ford. Gain of 3. Kistner with a $2 super chat. Second and 8. Snap. 4-man rush. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Oh!
Cooper drops a touchdown. Deshaun Watson took an absolute missile. And you know what happened? Watch this play. Joel Petonio just gets beat. And there is 400 pounds of Phillips falling. And the pass goes through Amari Cooper's hands. That's one play, and that's not going to be the difference maker in this game. But when I see stuff like that, you can't convince me that the only issue today was number 4. Everyone's the problem. And the issue you're going to run into is if you want to change the quarterback, you're not going to have a different result if the penalties are still there and the offensive line is still bad. Delay a game. $12 offensive penalties now. Oh, no. Browns called a timeout to avoid a delay a game. Kistner, what hurt more, O-line injuries or losing Callahan? That's kind of the good old what's more important, players or coaches? Players play. So I would say the O-line injuries. I'd rather have Jed Wills and Jack Conklin today than Bill Callahan. Kistner, thank you for your super chat. James, if someone wants to unsubscribe because they can't handle the truth, then say la vie. There are 36,232 other subscribers. Screw anyone that can't handle other opinions, just like Pitt. F them. Listen, we're not always going to agree on stuff, and that's kind of the beauty of sports. This is entertainment, right? That's what this industry is. So we're not always going to be eye to eye on everything, but to get so upset because one difference of opinion, you're I can't handle this anymore. Broaden your horizon. It's good to have people in your ear that you don't always agree with, to have different points of view. You just listen to people you always agree with. You just get more cemented into your own thinking. You never grow intellectually. 4th and 1, the Browns are going to go for it. It's a run for Pierre Strong, and he gets the first. So we're going to do the duck race in 50 seconds. Last call. $10 super chat for a Myles Garrett jersey raffle. Snap to Watson. Checks it down incomplete through Strong's hands. Now I know that you guys are messing with me. Declan makes good edits. OBJ better than Cooper. I think the Miami Dolphins would take Amari Cooper over OBJ every single day of the week. Second and 10. Watson takes the snap. He's going to run with it. Strip sack, fumble, recovered by, I think, Batonio. Yeah. No. Oh. Damn. I think it is. Yeah. Let's do the duck race. Duck race time. This is the most exciting part of the game. Time for the duck race. Jeremy, all stop. Be defensive, people. It's okay to have different opinions. Look, we suck today, but we are Browns fans. Yeah, by the way, as if this is the first time this fan base is dealing with a loss. Like, we've become so spoiled recently. I want to see how many penalties the Browns have. 11. Ten penalties on offense. If you want to say Watson's the biggest problem today, like, I won't, like, go to war against that. But at least acknowledge 10 offensive penalties and 5 sacks are very big problems. Jeremy. I can't even keep up with Mr. Stallman. He just said smile. Doesn't feel like a smiley day. That's another entry for Jeremy. That's my smile, Jeremy. Yeah, $20 Venmo for Jeremy. Thank you, Jeremy. It's very kind of you. I hate losing week 1. So those are all the names we have. If you don't see yourself now and you think you should be in there, speak up. Are we ready? Well, let's do this thing. Ducks are in the pond. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, did Mo Hurst have a penalty? You are right. So they have 11 penalties, 9 on offense, 2 on defense. I forgot Hurst had a penalty. I remember it was on 90. Yes, good memory. Thank you. Third and 13 out of the 2-minute warning. I don't care. It's a run, and Ford gets 4 yards. That's like the theme of the day. Ford gets 4 yards. Halfway through the race, who's going to win? 20 seconds remaining. Who's it going to be? Mike's holding on to a slim lead. 10 seconds. Can Mike hold on? 4th and 9 for Watson. Watson wants to run with it, and he'll use his legs and get the first down. And Watson, Beth won!
Beth!
I got distracted by my job. Beth Hull, the winner. Beth, are you still watching? God, I feel bad for Jeremy. Did he have a lot of duckies today? Jeremy is going to win our MVP football, though. So, Jeremy, we'll get that in the mail for you. This is your second MVP football. You're going to have quite the collection. Beth, are you still here? First and goal. Dude, I hope the Browns do not score a touchdown here. I hate garbage time scores to make it look better when you look back at it later. Beth comes every week, so we'll catch her next time if she's not here today. Second and goal. Oh, I hate this. Touchdown, Jerome Ford. All right. Jeremy, always a great sport. I hope you don't mind the consolation prize, Jeremy, and I've got a feeling that you're going to win one of these one day soon. The amount of ducks you put in. If it makes you feel better, Jeremy, I always buy a boatload of 50-50 raffle tickets whenever I go to a sporting event, and I've never won. But I am the number one buyer. Beth, email me, Matthew at Chat Sports. We'll get my email up in just a minute. Hopkins for the extra point. We'll start the postgame show, in a minute. More flags. This is hysterical if it's on the Browns. Beth, email me. Now it's on the defense. Okay. Just start moving the stats over, and we'll start that post-game show as soon as you're ready. Jeremy, thank you again for the Venmos. Appreciate you more than you realize. So, empty dog pound. Empty dog pound. It's just filled with Cowboys fans. TJ, I agree. PD O-line is bad. It is only week one. There's no worse week to lose than week one because it feels like there's no way going. You can't go up. A lot of bad today. For me, I think it really boils down to four things. And we can debate about the order, but I will not debate that these four things should not all be included. Penalties offensively. Offensive line. Deshaun Watson inconsistencies. And lack of a run game. Those are the four things. So now the question really becomes, what's the order of operation for fixing those four things? What do you got to fix first? For me, I think you got to fix the penalties. You're not going anywhere with anyone at quarterback if you're constantly in second and third and long because you keep shooting yourself in the foot on 1st and 10 and you back up to 1st and 15 and then you can't run the ball, so you're at 2nd and 12, and then the offensive line can't hold a block, so you're at 3rd and long, and then Deshaun Watson can't make a play down the field because he's not having a great day. You see how all that becomes a horrible drive? And that was the Browns' offense the first three quarters. Eventually, when the Cowboys kind of took their foot off the gas a little bit, the Browns were able to start making some progress. But that was wash, rinse, repeat. 1st and 10, illegal shift. All right, 1st and 15. Deshaun Watson, bad pass. 2nd and 15. Deshaun Watson, sacked. 3rd and 20. Can't run it. You're two back behind the line of scrimmage now. And not many quarterbacks are going to convert 3rd and 20 at a very high rate. Jeremy Stallman, here's to the chat. It's game one. We got to congratulations for Beth Hall. Congratulations for Beth. Cooper Rush is in victory formation for the Cowboys. 33-17 is the final. A lot of Cowboys fans making noise right now. I mean, give credit to Dallas. Like, the Browns did not only just, like, have a horrible game. They had a horrible game because the Cowboys kind of made them have a horrible day. Like, the Cowboys' defensive line was kind of the deciding factor in this game. It beat up Watson. It beat up the Browns' offensive line. And it did not allow the Browns to run the football. Like, Dak and the offense didn't really have to do much in the second half when they built a comfy lead. But, like, it wasn't like Dak was, picking apart the DBs or anything today. I think the difference maker was the Dallas defensive line over the Browns offensive line. And Watson not having a good game. And then the penalties just sprinkled on more, like, ineptitude offensively. Next week in Jacksonville, they lost today. They blew a second half lead. So you try to hope to capitalize on them, maybe not being the sharpest right now. Both teams are hungry for a win, though, that's for sure. Then you get the Giants and the Commanders, who all three teams lost today. So it's kind of like loser alley the next couple of weeks. Are the Browns going to be the talented team we think they are? Or are they going to be like the losers? Some bad news. David Njoku suffered an ankle injury. Lost him for about the second half of the game. That really stunk. Not that he was the difference maker, but just losing him in general stinks. Just really upsetting. At the end of the day, though, it's only week one. Every team that loses week one feels like the sky is falling. We got a lot of season left. I don't think we should be throwing the towel in after a week one loss. No, I don't remember that, but regardless. The Chiefs lost week one last year and won the Super Bowl, guys. They lost at home to the Lions. Like, yeah, we thought that was the beginning of the end. So, like, let's not play this game of the season's over. But there were some major issues with the Browns today that have to be fixed. It's one thing if they lose 33-30 and a penalty gets the Cowboys in field goal range and Brandon Aubrey makes a nice 55-yarder. And you're like, okay, we had a winning-ish game plan. It just didn't work today. No, nothing the Browns did worked today. So all that has to be fixed. Okay. Season is not over. Are we ready for a post-game show? Here we go. Let's try and digest this one and consolidate it and break it all down. Really sucks just waiting this long for football and getting that product. I feel like that is 90% of the anger right now, was just how long the wait was. We ready? Yeah, get the scoreboard ready. Okay. I do appreciate everyone that subscribed. And if you unsubscribed, sayonara. All right, ready? So the Browns laid an absolute egg in their season opener, losing to the Cowboys 33-17. There's a lot of frustration, there's a lot of anger, and all of it is completely reasonable and understandable because they were crap today. I mean, they laid an absolute egg. I am going to start by saying it is week one. The world is not over. There is a lot of season left. So, no, I don't believe the Browns are just done for the way they looked in week one today. Okay. But I do think there are some big issues. And it's not just Deshaun Watson that need to be fixed. In fact, I have 4 issues with the Browns that must be fixed before week 2 in Jacksonville against the Jags. Now, the order of the issues can be debated. But I'm not going to debate whether or not these 4 issues belong in this category. Issue number 1, penalties. The Browns were penalized 11 times, 9 offensively. You are not going anywhere if you have 9 penalties on offense. And what you'll see is these 4 issues all tie into one another and create what was the Browns offense that only had 1 first down in the first half. Because it felt like it was a wash, rinse, repeat of a illegal shift, a false start, just dumb penalties that really are inexcusable outside of 1 or 2, not 9 times offensively. Issue number 1, penalties on the offense pre-snap. Issue number 2, offensive line. Deshaun Watson, who we'll get to next, was running for his life today. And by no means is Watson excused because the offensive line did not have a great game. But man, do they miss Jed Wills and Jack Conklin. DeJuan Jones was getting bullied by Micah Parsons. The Cowboys' defensive line, in my opinion, won this game for the Dallas Cowboys. Like, Dak and the offense did a good job of converting in the first half. They put up a lot of points. They put it in cruise control. But this game, I feel like for Dallas, was won at the line of scrimmage as they bullied the Browns' offensive line. Watson was sacked 5 times, 45 pass attempts, 24 for 45, 169 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. I mean, one of his 2 interceptions was caused by the Cowboys' defensive line. Micah Parsons batting the ball up, intercepted by Eric Kendricks. So, penalties on the offense, bad game from the offensive line. Joel Bitonio, like, I love Joel. I think he's a future Browns Hall of Famer. That one play where Watson threw it deep to Cooper in the last 5 minutes and Cooper dropped a touchdown was a perfect pass from Watson as he was stapled to the turf because the Browns' offensive line had that kind of game. So that brings me to issue number 3. Deshaun Watson just wasn't good enough today. Like, I don't think any other quarterback would have done any much better with the penalties the offense had and the offensive line play. But by no means are you going to win a lot of games going 24 for 45 or 169 yards. Like, Watson needs to get better. Like, he has to be better. I will say there were 3 and soon to be 4 notable quarterbacks coming back from injuries. Deshaun Watson, Joe Burrow, Kirk Cousins. All 3 had bad Sundays. All 3 lost. And we'll see how Aaron Rodgers does on Monday Night Football. So there can be a little bit of like reasoning given to first game back. Probably not the sharpest. Some cobwebs to shake off. But yeah, Watson had a bad game. Like, no one should say otherwise. But no one should say the only issue with the Browns today was Deshaun Watson. I don't buy that whatsoever. You can take Watson out and put Jameis Winston in. It's still a double-digit loss. Issue number 4. Browns' ground game was useless. Like, look at Jerome Ford's stats here in a moment. I felt like I was on a broken record of handoff to Ford, gain of 4, tackled. Jerome Ford and the ground game, that 11-yard run in the fourth quarter in garbage time, it don't even look at the touchdown. Like, I hate when they score at the end of games to make the score a little bit better. No, this was a 33-10 final. My eyes, he went 11 carries for 40 yards. Like, 1 run for 11. There was nothing on the ground for the Browns. So, to recap, the Browns' issues today. Penalties on offense, offensive line, Deshaun Watson inconsistency, and a lack of a ground game. Those are 4 things that must be corrected. Now, it's okay if you maybe lose week 1 and you had one of those 4 things, right? Where you're like, we didn't get much of a ground game going, but Watson looked great, so we just got to fix the ground game. No, there's a shit ton of things for Stefanski and this coaching staff to do going into week 2. They got to fix at least 2 of those 4 things. I mean, they're not going anywhere if those 4 issues persist. And maybe they can fix 2 out of the first 4 by getting Jed Wills and Jack Conklin back. Coaching staff and the illegal shifts, I mean, it just looked like they weren't prepared. I mean, guys were just being, like, silly in the minor infractions, but fair infractions of just not knowing the rules. How are you that ill-prepared week 1? I mean, you can make mistakes once a game, okay, but time and time and time again. It was illegal formation, illegal shift, false start at home. What are we doing? Can't have it. Cannot have it. It was a never-ending issue for the Browns offensively. We'll talk about the rest of the game here in just a second. I do want to give a quick shout-out to our sponsor today, which is Game Time. So, if you are looking to catch a Browns game because you're not giving up after a Week 1 loss, which no one should give up after a Week 1 loss, by the way, get started with Game Time today. See, Game Time is a new feature called Game Time Picks that makes getting tickets to see your favorite teams play live even easier. Game Time Picks filters out the fluff to show you only incredible deals on great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. Take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, and use code CHATSPORTS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply, but again, create an account and redeem code CHAT Sports for $20 off. Download Game Time today. What time is it? Game time. I also think it's worth mentioning that just credit should be given to the Cowboys. Like, a lot of times when a team loses, the reaction is, man, everything the Browns did today is awful, and they're the only ones to blame. Like, maybe just recognizing, hey, the Cowboys had a great game too. Like, it's not like the Browns lost by themselves. The Cowboys made it pretty easy for the Browns to lose based on the way they came in with a good preparation. Like, Myles Garrett had a good first quarter and first half-ish. And what did Dallas do? They responded. They started moving the pocket for Dak, right? They were always moving away from Myles Garrett. Did you notice that? And there's pros and cons to that because when you put your quarterback on like a bootleg to run to the right, well, every step he takes towards the sideline, he's kind of narrowing the field down because he's running towards the defender, which is the sideline, and he's shrinking the field because it's very difficult to throw across your body. But Dallas had a game plan. Like, they weren't going to let Garrett completely dominate them. Garrett still got his licks in. He still had a strip sack, but they did not let him take over the game. So give credit to Dak, Micah, CD, and Mike McCarthy. They came in with a good strategy, and it worked. Meanwhile, Stefanski and Ken Dorsey, back to the drawing board because there was really no plan for the Cowboys defense. It felt like it was, whatever the plan was, we never overcame it because we were always in third and long. Like, when the game was still, in reach in the first half, I mean, Tom Brady said it a million times. You're not going anywhere if you're constantly in third and long. And that's true. Maybe you convert some of them, but you're going to find yourself in third and long in the next set of downs, and you're punting then. So, for me, it just goes back to avoiding third and long situations, which all stemmed from penalties, bad offensive line leading to 5 sacks on Deshaun Watson, poor play from Watson in general, and then no ground game. Never able to get a spark play off the ground to get yourself out of a hole if you fell back to 1st and 15. All right, that's it for today's video. I wish it was a better video or a happier video, but it's a bummer losing week 1. Bummer is downplaying it. There's nothing worse than starting off 0-1 in the NFL because it feels like the year's over before it even begins. I'm here to say it's a long season. Take a deep breath, relax. All right. That's going to do it for us on today's episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will sign off. We will see you all throughout the week. Go Brownies. Go Brownies still. 33-17.